Yeah. My come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain, 숙여 너의 고개를 what you looking at fool. 너의 눈 허리 멍청했고 find your comfort from another yeah. I go low like undercover yeah. Wanna know my name 죽지 않은 일은 위에 부어버려 기름 guess you can't even guess me cause I'm baby high low로 확실해 not like maybe yeah. Baby let me welcome to my palace 찾지 않아 Alice you just keep on wonder You just keep on wonder 찾지 않아 Alice but 너의 memory I just pop a bin Danny have been 나는 걸어 Boeing 747 날 get weak get ready Like I wanna get late 준비해 빨리 we ain't got a lot of time man wavy night Jameson hit the rock bottom 잃어버린 정신머리들 yeah got 'em yeah shot 'em 모든 problems 언제까지 기다려야 할래 now gone yeah Yeah. My come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain, 숙여 너의 고개를 what you looking at fool. 너의 눈 허리 멍청했고 find your comfort from another yeah. I go low like undercover yeah. Wanna know my name 죽지 않은 일은 위에 부어버려 기름 guess you can't even guess me cause I'm baby.
That time again. Bafanas, good evening. How are you? Welcome to Khosi FM. My name is Khosi Letshogwane. We are back again on a Thursday. As you know, most Thursdays we always come and we talk nice topics. Besides tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about one Engwana and Yadibusa. Agnes will be part of that. And she will tell us what do they do? Yeah, what's again? Tune in tomorrow, Bafanas. Basadiba. Hey, yeah. Should we talk about this thing? I never thought these things existed.
What?
I never thought.
What?
I thought you take it out, you wrap it through. You wash it. Hi, Agnes. Kobiani, Katapil. You wash it.
Money for that matter, for man.
You wash it, Managa, like seriously.
Wow.
I was shocked. It's a really tough.
Join us tomorrow. What women do with their sanitary towels after they are done with them. I never knew this one. It was revealed today in the studio. I'm shocked. It already gave me a topic. I was even if fathers, those who are in Facebook now, welcome. Because someone is speaking. I'm in the studio again, as you know, on a Thursday, the 7th, of March 2023. Today, we're talking about what is a woman. Look in the bottom of the screen. What is a woman? Today, what is a woman? Yeah. Today, and we are. What's number one person before to kick in? Hate hypocrisy, so this thing has been in our world over for far too long. Where we are now fighting for women's rights and we are fighting against men, and we see feminists not doing anything about this whole nonsense, and then chiki and everything. So this movement is part of the LGBTQ. So the T in that alphabet nonsense, you're not transgender.
LGBT.
Yeah, LGBTQ, blah blah blah. Can I do team meeting?
That is what led to this.
No, I was tell you Tato was like, hey, man, we'll talk about this sharp. I schedule like talk Wednesday. I'm coming to you live on Khosi FM on www.holdings.co.za. Live on Facebook page now. Facebook page on Khosi Letshogwane. We are coming to you live. And then Bona, the number is 0645487776. If you want to be part of this show, please answer the question, what is a woman? What is a woman? Answer the question, I think, and then on WhatsApp 0645487776. I want us to call you. Tell me, I'll give you a call. Or sorry, what is a woman? Today. We have a woman in our missed extra monarchical Agnes Kobian in the middle of the man. Bam sandwich ile. Hello Agni.
Hi.
What is that?
I like alright.
What's up for like? Rebuile so like the Thursday. Tomorrow ke wa batla ka sa di boka met le show. O nyile. You don't put that hey. How do you do that?
Because tomorrow I'm not available anyway.
You're going to be available fanaka. Ka o botsa.
I'm not available. Serious. Ke na le event ko mmereko.
Is it?
Yes.
Tsena koma.
6 p.m.
Boka 6 again.
Ke tla be ke bo jail.
Yo.
Unless if you want me like that.
Have you ever seen somebody planning that thing, bro?
What am I gonna do?
You are planning. You are planning.
What am I gonna do the whole day?
You sit there and be cute. What's wrong with you? Ooh,
Me?
bona.
No, but but I like the fact that Rob will let Otabe Abuji.
Yeah. I think we must call Matapela Ramutin into the show today. Don't you think? Yeah. I've got 4 people listening already now. Go YouTube, go WhatsApp. They've already done that. Thank God. Guys, don't ever go WhatsApp or YouTube. Please comment on comment and tell us what is what, and then we'll take it from there. Right. What is a woman we want to know today? I'm going to give a little bit of background about this whole nonsense.
Yeah.
We have this thing called LGBTQ in the world, not South Africa, right, guys? LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, transgender, queer, plus, bi, Lord, I think more plus, the two-spirit and whatnot.
And then Q and again.
Queer. Queer ke bala wa parang the drag queens.
Oh.
They're there. And when a man is so feminine and everything, it's a queer. When I look queer questioning, by the way, those who don't know where the fuck they fall, there's like queer things, queer that. So that's how they do this thing. Yeah, so shit happens, Mulfatsi. We
Jeffrey Browning.
Why don't you just call it
I'm legally a woman.
the House of Madness?
She
Why
knows
get the house of insanity, not the house of madness.
a man.
It's a house of insanity because people now, I don't know what the hell is going on with our world because people now are. It was again. We even have some time, Yana. It was more last year. Last year it was a lot. It was everywhere, bra. They are now changing laws going England. If you call somebody something is misgendering and this person can sue you. We're gonna watch a video now. Look at this person. Kimunna, right? Kimankana Wallaby something. His name is Wallaby India Wallaby, right? And change it to Mosadi Nelimunna. Not the hormone. You'll see him on the screen. I'm gonna play a video high a little bit, and you can hear what the fuck she's saying. He's saying, motherfucker. He's saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Today, Sansa Sebedisa Party.
I thought I'm a student. Who's a party? Especially when you talk about this topic.
Yeah.
That button is forbidden.
Why, boy? So this person, I'm just gonna play this on the video, and then I'm gonna go through the key points. What is transgender woman? What is a woman? Because the question is, what is a woman? I want to know from you guys, or what is this thing called a woman? I asked this other girl, okay, today, what's a woman? Okay, no, hey, what do you expect?
Yo.
Yeah, I know Kim.
2024.
Exactly, and going to 60.
So 2024.
I give Salango high as a lot of so Mata Pedro Tomophone. She's part of this thing. I about what is a woman. Maybe I was a guy.
I can't be answering all these things straight away. You are too many. You are outnumbering me.
So yeah, what is a woman, guys? It's a question that you're asking today. So this thing about transgender, it's an elenga. It seems to get this person, Dylan Mulvaney. It's a man. This boy, Usimotele, a gay man, gay fine. And then Jiki about non-binary. When is this whole nonsense about transgender? About non-binary. Non-binary go how will either man or a woman. You understand? So kibal bako opala kala lady androgynous. Bo prince. Mona prince opela. Bo prince ya. Bo Sylvester. Sylvester opela something happened between us, something like that. Yeah. They were called androgynous.
But this other one. What the mustache, man?
Hey, yeah. Well, yeah. Those people were seen as androgynous before because they were dressing up like women, but still be men.
No, and the queen.
Yeah, no, in a gay straight you. But man, this other one, Freddie Mercury, and he was straight gay.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was straight gay. It's fine. But then now para makeup or at study eyebrow and whatnot.
I'll take blind. Walling in a cross in Yana, one mustache.
Prince,
I think it's Sylvester. Prince.
Prince.
Open and Purple Rain, right?
Yeah.
Prince, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we used to call them trans. But again, we used to call them androgynous. You understand? And then came the thing. But again, this thing. High change at this androgyny, even not trasi for an hour so to without communication. Then it came there, understand? And then it evolved, they are transgender. Now it's a protected identity. Go America, Europe, some European countries like Britain and the West in Chile. It's now an identity. Any man, you can just simply say I'm a woman today.
Fuck that shit.
I'm telling you.
Where's that beard?
I tell you, tell me, bra, what's a lipstick over woman? NFL mo.
Apara le week.
Li wiki, wapara rokoka eknese,
Healy.
and then from there you go to their toilet.
Yes.
And then you expect Hori, you must now go and shower with them because you're a woman, by the way.
Wow.
And you enter their sports.
But I mean, from there we should be able to see that something has went wrong in the mind. I mean,
We understand. Yeah, that is why this whole thing was classified as a gender dysphoria. Yes, it's mental sickness as gender dysphoria. You do not identify with what you are. And in terms of gender assigned at birth. What the fuck is that? That is the question. Who assigns gender at birth?
Now,
But you see,
we
you see
assign gender.
Yeah.
Maru, you see the ridiculousness here thing. It's like now we are asking questions that we are not even supposed to be asking.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's my problem.
Why?
Yeah. We're gonna come to the right. Fine. So, but hey, you look about Facebook, Facebook. Because we're not streaming also in the meantime. By the way, please comment a little bit or what is a woman? It's a question again in Twitter or what is a matapelo? Oh, Shebi. Yeah, when good phone. Well, but so we will talk about that in Botswana. What is a woman in like in studio? Lena Pili. Correct. What is a woman and the data tato? What is a woman? What do you think a woman is?
I can't believe it. But okay, a woman is a female adult that is able to birth
Children.
Yes.
That is a woman.
That is a woman. And I think for lack of RSI complicated that, but a person physiologically who's able
to be pregnant and carry a child.
Carry a child, and homotsala.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a woman.
That is a woman.
All right. Eki? What is a woman?
I
A woman is
I
me.
think it, I mean,
I'm
a woman. Yes. I want to explain to someone who will
Yeah.
I'm not part of that. Okay. A woman, very short.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
A woman is an adult a female.
Yeah. An adult female.
Okay.
Okay.
A human being that is female and adult. That's it. Erica Tomarare, who's able to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, complicate.
No, kitty conditions. It's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I can't talk to you again.
But like infidelity or
there's a difference between difference between a woman and womanhood. So most of them they'll try to explain womanhood.
Not woman.
Not a woman,
Yeah.
but womanhood, because womanhood get characteristics that comes with woman.
Yes.
It's fine because they are saying, what about women who can give birth? Are they still women?
Exactly.
But-
Ke condition that
Wa
thing.
tlhaloga,
That's
yeah.
why
But-
ke re tlo complicate.
And the reason is Araska is an exception to
Yeah.
the rule.
Yeah.
He also tsali.
Unto le mosadi.
Umosadi.
Yes.
Because
I change
because onale
women
womb.
body parts.
I know
Yeah.
on a womb.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah.
have a womb.
Yeah.
You still have the
everything that characterizes you
Characteristics.
as
A
a
woman,
woman.
yes.
So that's why I specifically said o tshwantse o nnele a particular. What is a man?
A
For
man is a
example.
human adult male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is a man?
That is a man. A male
how do
is
we-
somebody with male garments and male characteristics. Mo, yes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So that's why ke tsere ka ebe ya moo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. GB. What is a woman?
I was about to say a woman is an adult woman with a pussy, but now I can't because of they have all these things that they try to change sex. So you must just give your own description. But I love what TS has just said.
Yeah.
It's a female. It's an adult female
Yeah.
that has a womb. Well, giving birth is something else, but you must have a womb.
You must have, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because of, that's why I don't want to say the other thing because of they can always
Yeah, they now do
replay-
that shit,
exactly.
yeah.
When you go to China, apparently when you go to China,
Yeah.
that is the biggest industry, and then you can sleep with a man who's a woman because
Also,
of-
it's a veil.
has got that item.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's so bad.
And do you know what I was thinking? That item doesn't even function the way. Do you know how they, do you know how they,
will never.
yeah, when they make an artificial vagina almost like this guy, you should see the procedure. The procedure thing is terrible. I've seen it go Steve Biko. It's terrible, that procedure. And if you see it being done on video, I'm like, why would you do that to yourself?
No.
And that artificial hole that they make, do you know you're supposed to dilate it forever?
Can I?
If we try that one, can target, you will fall. If it's all.
Jeez.
So what
Yes,
they do
it's
is,
a womb. It's a wound.
It's a wound fail.
Yes.
So you need to be always, or like a dildo, you put a condom around that dildo. On every single day of your life, you dilate it. You put that thing the way trail.
Shit.
Yeah, when it's a can't roba like a fella
Shit.
or as a trail, it goes like it's gonna close and it's going to like done.
Yeah, it's true. It makes sense. If you can pierce your I once pierced my nose.
Yeah.
It's closed now.
Why so they would do that, but no, this is very expensive and very toxic because it does get infected and everything else. Guess on.
You know. Let me tell you something. Because what comes to me now is that these people they are forcing something that is not there.
They are forcing nature, brother.
and you can't win against nature. But as much as we do not want to be quoting scriptures and stuff like that, but I love this part of the Bible that says,
Yeah.
in the last days, God will give them up to anything that is evil that they are thinking
That they want.
because of they refuse to worship Him.
Yeah.
So He gave them up because you ask yourself a question. We are not talking about an individual here.
Yeah.
We are talking about groups and groups of people worldwide who
Yeah.
are actually following this trend.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that there was something that was holding them for the long time, for the longest of time, directing them towards the proper direction that you are a man, you're a woman. And something happened, and then whoever that was actually conscientizing them decided to say, you know what, stuff you, let me just leave you.
Why bother
Do
yeah.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because this is insanity, bruh.
Yeah.
This is madness.
Serious madness. And that's what I was thinking. Now, even governments now are falling into this trap. More they've been taught this shit. They've been indoctrinated about this thing. One not gonna junior 4 years. They now have books, my bro, that are teaching them sexuality and whatnot.
It's
Cocomelon. It was Kiman Navabid, Wamusutu Lua Lekoa, right? But the long Mushimani, over 4 years. That boy is, but no, you can be whatever you want. Then he goes up at 2 hour and Bali. Up at 2 tiara. I mean, imagine. What the hell?
No, guys, we're going to go back to homeschooling. Homeschooling, people
Yeah.
must just keep their kids home,
Yeah.
educate your child yourself,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Have a program that you're following, and that's the thing. Because that's some bullshit right there.
They are now targeting homeschools to America. Whoever's taking their child to homeschooling, the government is trying to make it so difficult for them to access anything. because of that.
Yeah, but you see,
We don't want them to access that. That's the main
Why,
aim.
Bon?
The main aim of homeschooling.
Yeah.
you know this,
Stuff
this,
them.
this thing started.
Stuff them.
Let's track back. Now I'm talking from a South African context. Remember, Hene generations started introducer.
It's in your Senzo.
Senzo
le
le
Jason.
Jason.
Eish.
People were abroad, hey?
You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. And then after that, it started building up momentum. Hanyane, rea, until such time. Right now, it's normal.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems. The LGBTQ plus community, right?
Yes.
And I should make it clear. But
Bon, what's again? Net that.
yeah.
Paul Mekura, Tomari Daluta will talk about that. I
But
don't have a
now-
problem with this thing.
No, it's
That's
Yeah.
us now succumbing to this
I was-
nonsense.
No, wait.
Let's stop.
Let me
It's not a
let
disclaimer.
me qualify. Let me
Because-
qualify.
because I was about
Hey.
to say that.
The issue is that we live in a okay, and I'm going to say stuff that you guys.
Say it.
You know,
All right, but
yes.
take it this way.
Wait.
Let me finish my point.
What you say now, what you're saying now, it is not different to what white people say. I'm not a racist.
I've got black friends.
Do you understand? So basically, you are trying to justify
No.
I
Yeah.
know.
Let me finish my point.
No, I feel
let
someone.
me
I feel
go.
someone. I'm just saying.
We've been living amongst gay and lesbian people
Yes.
for decades.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It change no. Where di thoma di tshwara mollo. So what I'm saying is, the issue here is you can live your life the way you want to, whatever way you want to. It was sabotage. But now you want to impose dilo tse o mo go rona.
Yeah.
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 So if you are gay, you are gay. Be gay kwa kakal. You know,
Yeah.
but if you start introducing it in schools,
Yeah.
and then
Then
you know,
I
you
have a
introduce the
problem
pronouns.
with that.
Yeah, now I have to call you a hair today, but cause you won.
You've got beers like me. Well, I've been rock while we almost had 1 year.
And then it becomes a problem because it's like one dictator.
What a lie.
It should be
Hey.
my choice.
Yeah.
It should be my choice.
Yeah.
As much as you have freedom, when I practice it, then it's my freedom to say, no, I don't want this in front of my kids.
Why,
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. You know what? Can I tell you something? I agree with you, T, what you're saying, that actually these people, it's like now they want to put this thing right in our faces. And they are trying to force it down to our throats that we must accept and our
Yes.
kids must be exposed to it. Now, that is the agenda. That's a government agenda.
Yeah.
But what we need to understand, and this is the part where when I get in the show, I start swearing a lot. Because, I'm telling you, because what we need to understand is that government, what you call government, is already controlled. It's already dictated to by those who have money and those who belong in secret societies and stuff like that. So they are not looking after our own interest.
Yeah.
They are actually pushing an agenda that they've been assigned to say that, yes, you get governance, you sit there, but this is what we want you to do.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest thing is that I feel that even those people, for the longest of time, I used to hear this thing, hey, why is mara munaga harate basadi? Why is managa kungwano muntle harate basadi? He say, don't rejoice when your man does not love women or
Yeah.
when your boy child does not love women.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, be worried. Be very much worried in these days.
Eh, gore ngwana ke-
Ngwana hao
Yeah,
harate
bra.
basadi, muna hao harate. Be very much worried. Now, this is the time. Ho rateng basadi ba no.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
save your
Yes.
ass from shit.
Yes.
Because I
Because
can
you
tell
don't
right
know,
now-
Jorge,
it will
who's
save your
doing
ass from
what
shit.
and who's doing what
Because
and
of-
what.
I grew up in the church, ne?
Yeah.
All these brothers who were all strict and then they never really had scandals of sleeping around with some sisters in the church.
Can you get after 9?
Yeah, they were held in high esteem that they are disciplined. You know,
Yeah.
they can get into a whole night prayer, or they can either fast with sister so and so. They were in a program of fasting for 30 days or whatever it is, and nothing happened. And you know, that was like, little did you know that brother so and so, the reason why he's able to take the pressure is because of his homo.
Yeah.
He's fucked already. And charismatic churches, from where I come from, they were a perfect space
Yeah.
to hide them shit.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is that when you are there, the idea that is being pushed is that stay away from women. Women are dangerous. It's a sin. It's a sin. It's a sin. Are you aware that there are people in the space of charismatic that when they get married, even men when they get married, or some women when they get married, when it comes to bed, they become useless because of what? Because of there's so much fear that you still have to undo of not having sex because of it was deemed to be sin and all these things. You've been programmed like that.
And now you're married, bruh.
Remember, I told you the story of that
yeah,
couple.
And now you're married, and now you need to
Now you're
unwind.
married, bruh.
You need to unwind that.
Yeah.
So it becomes easy for a lot of men now who are in that space to be gays because of they are keeping up to this idea that they mustn't be seen as if they love women. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is why I am saying that it's now that I start to realize that even that issue of condoning the idea that a man mustn't love women or a boy child mustn't love girls is wrong. Today, the way the world is so messed up, when your man loves women as a married woman and he loves women, you need to rejoice because of he might just cheat on you with another man. So
And
for
how
the
will you
fact-
feel?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
And that will make you feel so inadequate as a woman.
Exactly.
Gore.
So the fact
Di man-
that
mo go
he
nna-
finds women attractive, you
Yeah.
as a woman, you need to rejoice and say, "Wow, he's still sane.
He's still a man."
He's still a man."
you know. He reminds me of one guy.
Yeah.
I dated now. He passed.
Delegate.
Bamulaile.
Delegate.
Because he was raping young boys.
Oh.
He was married.
Oh.
After 9.
Maar na go na pil. He will sleep with you pil like
Hardly.
hardly. Oh shit.
We hardly go to bed.
No,
We'll go out.
I can
We'll
say,
go
yeah.
out and have fun and do it. Blah, 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 whatnot.
But when it comes to that, it's nothing.
It's not interested.
There's another one.
Interested.
Tatu before then.
When we come back, he just
Yeah.
block a kumpito nga robala. Okay, fine. Ni tla robala ke lapile. Fine.
Both.
Tsamaya.
There's another one. All and Najola and after 9, right? This girl in the west of all, the guy was wearing hair clothes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
West of all, this stupid girl, also desperate to be loved or to have a man or whatever. She even went to an extent her one day. I read the time next to proper lane because the time really busy. He stopped, literally stopped.
Evan.
Afulo ngonyana o
Alanda Daman.
a go Daman go to Pitora East and Daman nyetse mosadi ke lawyer re serious mo Pitora no.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, the guy has a family since Feletse Marbajan.
And this topic, ne, when I post,
Yeah.
we need to clarify. It's topic A is not the way I see it, ne? Ke re buella basadi.
Yes.
Because honal dilo tse ding tse etsahalang tse loreng don't make sense. And it's like banna ba compete le basadi.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
Yeah,
but which
yeah.
doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean there's cases where we spoke about it the other time. Hore yanong banna even go as far as saying hore we are even better than basadi.
Yeah.
Like and then it goes even further than that and saying even in sport re batla ho compete le basadi because we identify as mosadi.
Membera. Born. Opona beta mthole go solo. Botlhoko that boy. Kona lona omona beta kin this thing UFC.
Yeah, UFC
Kickboxing.
Go guy.
Cage fight go America. Cage fight kickboxing. ne?
Mara, how did they allow that? But
Akile
they
ke
can't-
mosadi.
Wait.
He said he's a woman.
Listen now. More in our country.
Yes.
Ba hana Caster Semenya a compete le basadi. Ba mo feed ka di hormones and everything so that a fokotse testosterone ya bele go le yona kana.
Yeah.
Naturally so.
Yes.
And I'm very sure before this nonsense was introduced into that lady ne. Nentse I phelela like mosadi no bana phela le bana.
No, na phela le monna mtho. Caster Semenya is more of a man. It's more of a man than a
Yeah,
woman.
but she knew she's a woman.
Arit.
She knew she was born with
With what?
characteristics, whatever she presented.
Caster Semenya ke what you call
was a woman.
hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite ke batho ba nang le two organs at the same time. Unfortunately, there is those ones. O a kana tabaleng. Hana choice. Do you understand? Hana choice on Modimo. He's working.
Wait. You know, no. You know what? This is one part. Now, no, okay, fine. Everybody who's watching there probably who did not know this, now you're gonna know. Now, this is a whole part where I come out and I get back to scripture. Fuck. I'm bringing scripture, the Bible, Jesus in the picture. Come and take. Now let's talk scripture. Now let's talk. Now let's talk the Bible now.
Yeah.
Hey, bruh. In the book of Hebrews, I say.
Yeah.
In the book of Hebrews, it says that when all these kind of things happen and people start behaving like this, in the actual fact, it happens because of it's a curse.
Yeah.
It's a curse either that fell upon a generation or a family. And that is why you will have all these kind of things happening where you will have kids who will become homos and all these kind of... So the issue of people changing sexes and then getting confused if I'm a man or a female, whatever it is, as far as now stop this whole colonization thing. Let's talk about the Bible now. As far as the Bible is concerned, you cast big time. There's something that either your forefathers did or your mom did that got you cast.
Yeah.
You fucked.
You what?
Fuck. Because none of this thing is making sense.
Yeah.
None of this thing is making sense.
Okay, so the truth, physiologically, there's hermaphrodites. I guess.
Yes, there is.
And then, and simply you have two.
You have
male
two
and female.
things, yes, at the same time.
Yeah.
You're supposed. The meiosis happens.
Yeah.
It didn't separate really. It's a gene agenda. Better the little bit. So it's a disorder.
But there's a
And
one that gets to be stronger a little bit.
Hey, what you know what we do, Kabana once, that boy, he was like days old, right? He had both. Shame. Kuku kiye kama klase, lipipi modim. You see the clitorisis, mama said. Keep it straight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Kama klase kama like kuku pila. The way kuku linga thing, right? Bona shitty. So what do we like? They check hormone. Giving.
And
If
then
it's, then you compare. If the estrogen is too low, we rather cut off the cuckoo.
yeah.
And and they won't have womb, by the way. They just have a vagina and J. What I like. So we'll close up that vagina, get it done.
But then, is it possible that that condition might be brought by either the type of food?
I don't think so. I think it's more genetical.
It's genetic.
It's genetic. So, and I always tell these people, listen, that condition, I well under LGBTQ. It's not a sexuality. It's not a feeling. It's a fucking disorder.
Yeah, it's a
You understand that? He's a cripple in a way.
So that means then, like what you're saying, that all these LGBT societies, they are mentally
disturbed. Because I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He or she didn't know what she was because and her taking the hormones it gets too much of the testosterone hence analyze them understand so Ella get about LGBTQ because it's not even part of that. It's not a sexual thing to her. It's a condition. Understand?
And mind you, bolwetse bo mofang advantage in terms of sport. Remember, if you see, and I always give this example, you can't compare a man and a woman because if you look at physiology of monna versus musadi, we have bigger lungs, for example.
Yeah.
Right. So we can run faster and longer than women. It's a fact.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there's certain differences that gives us an advantage in terms of physiology.
Our metabolism is much higher than theirs.
Metabolism is much higher.
We burn things quicker than them.
Yeah. That's the reason why we stay leaner as compared to them.
Yeah.
They pack weight.
Yeah, kapil.
Rona, it takes a while. You know what I mean? So the
you know what baffles me? What baffles my mind when TS is saying this?
Yeah.
Is that here what like this topic, this topic of comparing men and women.
Yeah.
There was one program, or it was a podcast in the States. I remember my best friend has got that. He once sent it to me, whereby this guy is trying to show that men and women, they can never be equals. Now, my biggest issue is that how it is that we even got to this point where we have to explain things that are obvious. That is why, that's my biggest problem, where we have to explain things that are obvious. Whereby now Nick JBL Sibewu will have to go and sit down and write a book that is going to educate now people about being a man and about being a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to come naturally.
Do you know why?
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it shows you that the world is falling slowly into the ages of darkness.
Yeah.
The ages of darkness.
Yeah.
Where truth is becoming extinct.
Yeah.
Where there will be no longer truth anymore. Where people will not know what is true or not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you find yourself at this point in time having the truth and having knowledge, you need to treasure that and make sure that somewhere you record it for your kids.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Because officer man haba tsena sekolong ba kreya 20 books. Ko America like the books are there. Another example that happened then ko state, they used to have drag queen for babies. Drag queen dancing for babies. Imagine. And for young kids. That guy wa bere mola di hotsela wa Jeff me tlola Jeff ngwana munyana tsamaya a go fa da money di dollar bills and what as if it was strip club.
A strip club.
You understand what I'm saying?
Go crutch.
Yeah, go crutch kan. And basically ke man ke basadi ba. So one day this lady and I go school kana by the way. This lady one day abata pere yalo. Aya parents meeting. She came wearing like that. Last week I think no le monna pere suyana swimsuit ya one piece. Kadi fishnet stockings. Makeup kadi stiletto. I want to boost him if it's more like Mongoli. I have been Bushmani. Jeff, all this, whatever, mobile on our school. And then the following week, there was a meeting, parents' meeting. She went, this lady, I appear exactly like that. Do you understand? Half it, I collaborate transcode to Moody. So I get a meeting with it. There's a panel, SGB, everything, blah, blah, blah. Has an that okay, sharp. But Mama Agnes Kobe, can you please, you're like, you give 15 minutes to address the panel. She took off that thing. Everybody was like, no, get dressed there. That's not good. Why should a man get dressed like me? But as a woman, this is our dress. Haki period disgusted.
And it's a
how the
point.
fuck do you do that?
Yeah.
For a man, so it's okay, it's acceptable. But so it's not acceptable.
That's this public indecency.
Understand?
And it goes. It even goes further. When there's certain things that we need to be familiar with, and I think maybe it's knowledge, Lauren. Maybe we can discuss in another day. Look at it this way. Basadi batsenya di weave, right? It's all good and well. They're very beautiful at that. I don't have a problem with that. But you need to understand, again, physiology ya makgowa le physiology ya batho ba bantsho is different. Bana le dinko tse sharp le di nostrils tse dinyane because they live in colder conditions.
Exactly.
You understand? So for that, for certain parts of the head to be protected, their nostrils have to be a little bit thinner as compared to us. Rona we from equator down where who are fisa. So that's why we have big noses and so that we can, and that's the reason why you find even the marathon runners predominantly who in Africa because of that.
Kenya, Somalia,
yeah. So there's certain things that you can't run away from. If you say I am a woman, you decharacterize and it's that simple.
Yes.
So now rebosa question and like you gave the example ya mosadi wa wearing swimming costume. Now we see as if it's indecent, and yet him on accept.
The question that I used to ask in when are we ever gonna have our own straight pride parade? Our straight month.
Pride.
Yeah, our straight
like
pride. We must go out there and show what we do in our bedrooms.
Walk
Most
naked.
Let's say about our girlfriends, our women, our temples. Like our own flag, our own pride, because what we see on those pride marches is the fucking disgusting.
And it's allowed.
It's protected, by the way.
Now let me say this. You see, from this discussion now.
Yeah.
I am actually so much encouraged
Yeah.
to vocally and strongly push the idea and the agenda
Yeah.
of men who love women.
Udlamfana matapela the undercover twin plug.
Yeah.
And then mama kama kuizia nare death by Jibilika. Ah, what about that fana? Hey, fuck off! It's so weird.
Go to what I see that needs to happen here, because
Yeah.
now we are having this society is growing and all these kind of things, and they're confusing our kids. We need to women must come on board on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I find it very strange that women are the first people to be so sensitive about the subject of men loving women, which they were supposed to be encouraging. Because of, as you can see right now, you've been fighting that these men must just focus on one woman, they mustn't love women. As a matter of fact, they are even now diverting the focus. It's no longer on you, it's in another man.
Yeah.
So you need to help us to encourage men to love women. And you need to help us to encourage our male sons to find women attractive.
Yeah.
Because the era that we are living in, with all this nonsense that is happening, is very, very dangerous. It's going to get us to a point that, in the actual fact, that small little strain that is holding that man to remain a true man, if it were to switch off, and the very same man fall into this shit of chasing after other men, we're going to get to a point of extinguish.
Yeah.
Because of there won't be any reprocreation. There
Yeah.
won't be any giving of birth, whatever it is, because many men don't carry womb.
Yeah.
So the human race will get to a point where it's going to be totally wiped out.
Yeah.
And then it's a slow death. Some of us, we may not even look and see and notice, but it's a long time death that is coming.
All right. As I said, the question is, what is a woman today? We're talking about that. And disclaimer, nah, not disclaimer.
No, not disclaimer.
What is happening? Our hate mood. One. It's not disclaimer. It's a fact. We don't hate on any person. We don't phobia any person or anything. We just word effects. How nalabotata mfonel 0645487176 or send out WhatsApp and it's fine. I cannot discuss.
Yeah,
we talk about this in taking which is there. You can be all gay you want. You can be all lesbian. You can be all transgender you want. I don't have a problem. Just do not impose it on me. Don't say I must call you a man. I'm gonna play a video of it. Video. That's a man. Or no PDC forever, right? And then on almatoela ka eknesiana on everything argimosad. Then J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling in Harry Potter books, that woman. She's a serious feminist. And I'll tell you again about this so-called feminists, which they're so stupid because they are the first ones to protect these transgender people. A whole female, I don't know how this person must come into her space. They are the first ones to fight for this. How I came I'm like, shit.
No, but Jose, you need to understand something about the feminists themselves.
Yeah.
They go to a state of being feminist and pushing the agenda of feminism because of Nabo. They are suffering from the very same sickness that these people are suffering from.
Yeah.
Mental illness.
Why, Bon?
Because your power as a woman is in you being who you are.
Yeah.
And understanding yourself. You don't need to fight a man as a woman. You can always get what you want from a man just by being you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
You can.
As a matter of fact, when you're trying to compete with a man, for a man that becomes a turn off. I've got 2 wives. Okay, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 wives every day.
But one thing that I should tell you, and I'm not comparing. My first wife, she once asked, why every time you treat me so hard, you don't listen to me, but you just so you buy his story and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? Let me tell you, the difference between the two of you is that this one, she is soft. She is herself. So much humility to a point that you will not even want to be aggressive with her.
Yeah.
When you come to me, young shout, you become a man, then I'm gonna start treating you like a man because of you are giving me those symptoms. You are fighting, you become hard, and all these kind of things. You wanna be good with ways with me. I'm gonna treat you like that. And even if it's hurting, I will not even care because of I don't see that it's hurting because of the way you are behaving.
Yeah.
My point is this: women must stop trying to become like a man. Hey, now what's again? Get out, what's again? Hey, Baba, come I tell you. That's where you are losing it. That's where you're losing it.
Yeah.
That's why you notice that the women that are successfully taking other women's men, check how they are behaving. It's not those type of women who are busy shouting too much, blah, 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 blah. Don't want to Toby low pants. And she might be, canning, whatever it is. She might have her own tricks. But for the fact that she's doing what her mother taught her, what her grandmother taught her, she will successfully take your man. She will successfully take your man, and you will think, can't no. That woman, she just knows how to be a woman.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I'm trying to say, Guti. This whole idea of, when you talk about the issues of feminism and stuff like that, the whole feminist movement is just teaching women to be hardcore, try to compete with the men, prove a point, you won't take this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Labafazi oqala abana madoda baphethe itswayi ba frustrated
And again, on top of that, yes.
And it's worked out. So at the end of the day, how dare you go and take an advice from
But
such?
also,
But
but,
phone in much happened.
But
also,
I'm outnumbered.
Yeah,
feminism is totally flawed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to qualify that. Feminism pusha equality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So hey pusha equality it means or language ya rona ke 50-50.
I understand, yes.
Which is definitely unsustainable and
Yeah.
ironic.
Right.
And remember, the feminists badi bosamak. Firstly, you need to be independent, which is one word that is used only in the black community. I'm an independent white woman,
Yeah.
for example, right?
Yeah.
It's only in the black community,
Yeah.
and a worldwide, by the way. Okay, so you get told that you need to be independent. Therefore, you need to be working. You need to which is all good. I don't.
It's
have
not a problem
It's not
about
a
that,
problem.
yes.
But now we make it as if it's the essence of being Mossad,
yes.
I've never come across any woman that is a feminist, by the way,
Yeah.
or identify as feminism.
Yeah.
He ahola
Yes.
abasa change. Because when she hits 35, 36, 37,
reality kicks in.
they all change.
Yeah.
Reality
They
kicks
want
in.
family structure. They want not necessarily mon, but bana, legae,
Yeah.
you know, because it's nature. Get the way.
Exactly.
So, and like I you can't duck that.
Exactly.
The only thing is that when you get to a point where you recognize it, it's either you are too late because you're 40 and chances of having a baby is really
It's
next
zero.
to nothing.
Zero,
Or,
yeah.
you have babies that then you became feminist. And you are lucky because at least on a but
Yeah.
it's the truth.
Let me tell you something.
It's a fact.
Let me tell you something. It's so sad that you say you're outnumbered. But let me tell you this. It's a sad truth that what I'm about to say. That basadi ba ithuta ka letlalo. In the actual fact, when they get into these whole movements of feminism and stuff like that, some of them, they've not even experienced anything.
Nothing
yet.
at all.
It is not until nature proves to them that you can't do without a man. And at the same time, you being stubborn and fighting the man, you're not going to win. And you will learn that after you've been through a lot of other men who have broken your heart and hurt you and left you like that. Then you start to realize that, but you know what? In the actual fact, this whole thing of trying to compete with a man is not working. If you really want to, I always tell people that if you really want to have...
Hey, Matabel. Waring.
I'm fine and you.
Oh, Shab, welcome to the show, baby girl. Name Apele, Jibrika answer point, then we'll come to you, right?
Okay.
Shab. So let me know.
the best thing to do, like what I've said, the best thing to do as a woman, you need to understand yourself
Yeah.
before you get into any space. Understand yourself.
Yeah.
Be content with yourself.
Yes.
Be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then now, that's when you can go out to the world and you will be able to get to a point whereby you don't have to compete with any partner that you meet or whatever the case might be because of you know who you are. Because of, I can tell you right now, this whole thing, competition that has been brought between men and women, feminism and all these kind of things, it is not working. And you know, it's so sad that even the kids, they get to be so much affected by these kind of things. Because of a person might refuse to take a right path just because of, I'm a feminist, I will not do that.
Yeah.
I'll give a practical example. There is no man out there who does not want a woman who will respect her.
Yeah.
If you really want to get the best out of your woman, if you really want to get the best out of your man, show some respect.
Fair enough.
That is how you're going to get that man right.
Yeah.
That is how you're going to get that man to actually, treat you like a queen.
And we're not saying respect only one-sided. Both
Exactly,
of us. Oscar.
exactly.
I respect you, respect me, Dan.
Exactly. But if you do not give that man the space that he deserves, that's going to make him feel that he is the man in your life. There's no way that you're going to get the best out of him. Then you're going to start complaining. Ogoti, hey, he doesn't do this for me, doesn't do that for me. But what is it that you are doing
Yeah.
that will make me to remember you and to think about you?
All right. Yeah. Arife Matapel. Matapel, what are baby?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm great. What is a woman? Aru. Tonga fela ka wena tut. What is a woman? What is this thing called a woman?
A woman.
Yeah. What is a woman?
A woman for me is somebody who carries
Yeah.
the double X chromosome. That for me is a woman.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, let's
There's
say-
no complications to it.
Now let's say now you are going to explain this thing to someone who doesn't know what the double X chromosome is. Mosadiki Kastswan. Like, what is a woman in English?
I'm a woman. Finish.
When you are
I'm a woman.
I like what Gino Jennings said one day. How Ramosulong are a woman is your mother.
Is your mama.
Yeah, your mama. Because this thing is multi came. This lady was Supreme Court justice. Because it was already in the works. For people can even explain what a woman is. Like Batsaba, because of Batsaba transphobia. Hey, just to say woman is a human adult female. Done. Otomodilo. Like if you guys look into the screen now, you'll see I have a noun airing what is a woman. A woman is a adult human being. You will like what she said this thing. Kalner a human adult female. Do you understand? Now, but a adult female human being, it's fine. He's still saying that. There's this lady Bamitza Kelly Mamang, go Britain. She's a feminist. Yeah, native. Because she's fighting against this thing. Hello, Jay.
Something is bothering me.
What now?
Can we go back to Jubilika's statement of saying respect?
Yeah, we are coming. We are coming. Don't worry. We are coming this week.
Let them go. Let them go. I'm trying, but I'm coming.
We are coming.
Yeah, you get it.
We are coming.
Yeah, we are coming,
So
guys.
this lady, she made a billboard with that on the screen. You guys can see now. She put it out there, right? And do you know who fought against that thing to be removed? A gay man. Or it's offensive. It's offensive. I can't know about Facebook. A woman down, but it's offensive to people who identify as women. Because nowadays you're no longer a woman. You are somebody who's supposed to identify as a woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's offensive for people not to say that is a woman.
So now, Hosi, if you can decide to put a billboard there, let's say outside there,
Yes.
with that.
Yeah.
So now people are going to have a problem.
More high my C50 in the US, UK, all the Western countries, this is a crime. You
But
can't
in
say a
a
woman is
Besco
like
PC
that.
diamonds.
I'm telling you, they have to remove that billboard. They have to remove
Aye,
that
man.
billboard
Aye,
because
man.
it's offensive.
You know, USA. Let's go about
When and who fought against that was a gay man. Like, what the hell do you get into
You
this
are
thing
gay. gay.
You are gay.
Ukena kae mo?
Okay.
How?
And
Hey,
remember,
ungena
I'm
phi?
telling you,
And-
it was a
and-
gay
Why?
man.
and it's
XY.
he is not
Ow.
a woman.
And-
He is a gay.
He's a gay man.
He's not
But-
even a man. He's not even a woman. He's gay.
But listen to this.
Ukena kae
But-
mo?
But listen to this.
XY.
These
Yeah.
gay men, they get to be at the end of the day, whenever there's issues with them, they get to be defended by women. I've never heard gay men being defended by men.
Yeah.
Straight men.
And let me one about transgender when I GB. Basadi ba, you know about defending her.
Exactly.
A man will talk like this or how musadi.
Yeah.
But no, give musadi
understand?
like she's a woman, leave him. I'm like, Wawan,
No, man.
we are fighting for
Ah,
you.
he's not a woman.
No,
Ha
okay.
ne la mola o tia Brad,
You know,
o tia Jennifer o miela ko o tia
Exactly.
Brad. She's not a woman. yeah.
You know what needs to happen.
Yeah.
This will become, not stop, will become the day women they start kicking them out. These gay owns,
Yeah.
start kicking them out of their parties.
Yeah.
If you are gay, you're not invited. It's only strictly women.
One tell her.
So that they should learn that in the actual fact, even women
How
don't want
musadi
them.
Morena?
That's how it is.
How musadi?
We don't
Now,
accommodate you here.
yeah, now coming to this one, what is it? I get about NLT in the LGBT, whatever. That T, you were a transgender woman. Transgender woman, like as you guys can see on the screen, short for transgender woman, right? Is a woman who is assigned male at birth. Underline the word assigned.
Assigned.
How the fuck do you say mutu assigned male at birth? Trans women have a female gender identity. That's a mental shit. And may experience gender dysphoria, which is a sickness. Upon the discrimination between a person identity and their sex assigned at birth. Gender dysphoria will be treated with gender affirming care. We'll come to that as well, right? Now let's go to what is gender dysphoria? We're gonna go back to that one. A diagnosis for gender dysphoria is included in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, right? Or -5, or what is it?
Dash.
-5. A manual published by the American Psychiatric Association. The diagnosis was created to help people with gender dysphoria get access to necessary health care and effective treatment, right? What is that healthcare thing? What helps with gender dysphoria? Treatment for adults. One, psychological support such as counseling, cross-sex hormone therapy. Cross-sex hormone therapy re fa modamane re mo fa estrogen re fa testosterone. You understand?
Mara di hormones still has to di babalaya.
Ke tsone ra tla go sa wara we. Speech and language therapy. Like you have to change the voice of a man to come to sound more feminine to help you sound more typical of your gender identity. Wow. And then hormone therapy such as a feminizing hormone therapy or masculinizing hormone therapy, surgery such as feminizing surgery or masculine surgery to change the chest. And then bakhala pipi by inverter. If you can just see that.
That's ridiculous, man.
They are using the muscle of the arm and the skin to create a fake penis. Mothateng always. In the skin, you'll see them.
But does it work?
It doesn't work, Magela.
doesn't work.
Remember, this is supposed to be attached to the brain, attached to the blood vessels or
Exactly.
for me to have an erection is to look at you because woo. So that
Your mind
image
must be
goes
So
right.
into
they're
my
just
eyes.
doing
Your
it
mind,
for-
yeah, your mind must be right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what they did was before there was a surgery and to sort of impotence. Good Britain. Even now, more for sure thing. How once I sponge your state to in the penis, literally. There's two round muscles inside your penis, right? That gets filled up with blood. So what they did was they will remove the spongios, even impotence. Medically, how then they put literal 2 tubes of air, like the balloons say 2. 2 balloons. I get you that is under there still anyway. They put it there, and there's a pump that comes into your scrotal sac. A literal pump, more, right? So whenever you're gonna have sex, you pump the air. The air will fill up into those tubes, and then you have an erection. That's a treatment if you're impotence who cannot get it up by themselves, which is okay.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, what they do is, for some who can afford that,
Trans.
transfer. They will put that as well in there. Ne? They'll put that in there as well, and then hopefully trans men, hopefully trans women and trans men, right?
Yes.
Trans men ke banyana ba ba reng ke banna.
Yes.
Motho a tlo nwa dipilisi le ene a nna ka nna swana le ditedu everything else and the abele voice e tipi mo ana le kuku. You know what? Le kuku.
This is so far.
Membra, it's
I had a piroto.
I had piroto piles like in Adam the female. Then baba khala kuku ele by tswalla. Then they take her muscle arm. Her arm muscle, just here, this part, but I don't know too much. Bancha yone, and then mom created that little phallus.
And then husala mokos if I'm
Osala naleska. Shame. There's a lot of.
Mara, look at my arm.
Yeah, they take them. Or but
Okay,
more,
fine.
or
I'm a
but on
woman,
your,
eh?
or but on your thigh.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm a woman. Look at my arm.
Yes.
Is there enough muscle that you can take Huru
How
therapy?
how palabo but on your thigh?
Yeah, yes. I
They'll
was
go to your
saying,
thigh
Marosa
and
Malingwana,
cut a
but
piece
look
there.
at my arms, Muna. And
Yeah.
most women wear like this
And-
because we are female.
Yeah, and that's why the people making shame. High fall in Tote.
Eish.
They have so many infections. Ke sono ka bone. Mariano, and it's irreversible.
Yes.
By the way,
You know-
you are not going to have it again. Or arabutso morahoncha.
Come I tell you, you see, this is the part where now I tend to love the Bible. Don't fuck with God. Don't fuck with God.
Not even the Bible. Don't mess with nature.
Yeah, don't fuck with God. That's how it is.
Look at
Yes.
Yeah. Nature has never been confused.
Exactly.
Because that's where God reigns.
Exactly.
They're not
Exactly.
like refuse too much of reasoning and our own thoughts and our own
Yeah,
mental thoughts.
yeah, yeah.
Like we can't be like angels who have to follow orders to the letter, but let us have our own
He
reason.
gave you. You see, the mess started by
Can
when he gave you a will. He gave you a will.
Exactly, I was
And
gonna
that's
say,
the
yeah,
will.
Can I say
And
yeah.
something,
they are
man?
turning it into abuse.
Why, Bon?
Can I say something?
Yes.
I always tell people, Lord, if you question God so
Yeah.
much, ne,
Yeah.
look what happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. A lot of
He
them.
had a lot of money,
Yeah.
really.
A lot of them.
Millions.
Eriko example ya mohai.
You don't tamper with.
Have you
what
ever
God
heard
created.
lekgowa la meriri e metelle ho fisa a ba re hey tlho ya ka ya fisa.
Never.
Yeah. Mara rona ba
I
di-
never.
ba di weave.
Otabonturi. Hey,
Yeah.
it's not your hair.
It's not your hair.
We're gonna come to that Pepe one day and talk about this fake
I
nonsense.
just wanted to point that out. Yeah, please.
But then, because before
Yeah.
we forget, she says that she's got something that she wants to get clarity on. Or that she
Yeah,
wants to,
the respect part.
yeah.
Mata
Can-
Pelare,
let's go down to it.
And Bon, there's another
Arrête
question
de
again. On Facebook, ne? Let me. Yeah, to offer grace. Is there any difference between feminists and an alpha woman? We're gonna talk to about that. This one. I'll answer this one. There's nothing like an alpha woman. It's a lie. It's another made-up thing. Alpha woman king can.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question.
A
Maybe I'm living
woman
under
that
the
is-
rock.
A woman that is
Yeah,
supposedly
go to the
behaves
go
like
away.
a man. That's
Something like that. Oh, no, for okay.
No,
That one.
no, Jose, let me tell you something.
Alpha male. There's no alpha female. Ayo.
Yeah, but I think
I think
the idea of an alpha female,
Yes.
it's an idea that gets to be revealed. I'm going to use animal terminology.
J.K. Rowling is
In a pack
committed a
of women,
crime.
Yeah.
I'm legally
in
a
a
woman.
group of women.
She
Yeah,
knows
That's where
I'm a
it gets to be
woman,
recognized in
and
the
she
sense
calls
that
me
there will either
a man.
be, if there's
It's a
3 or
protected
there's 2 or
characteristic.
there's
boss
4,
wabone.
there will be
And
there will be this
that
one
is
that is
a breach
she's
of both the
little
Equalities
bit
Act
bossy,
and the gender
Yeah.
others are a little
recognition.
bit
Buchinyana.
reserved. You understand? That's
she's
where the
tweeted that
concept
out
of
to 14
alpha
million
female comes in.
followers.
Yeah.
Because of and that
If you
that
check
one
out the accounts
you might
that have
see or
been
not see.
responding to me on the back of that,
Ukhuphula mine
Twitter,
say something about unalukra basadi ba
it's absolutely
ditedinyana.
disgusting.
And
Some of the worst abuse I've ever seen
Yeah.
Hanshi
on social media. And I know I'm at the centre of it, and I might be a little bit biased. What are you going to do? What am I going to do about it?
And every time you say
Well,
something, she
I've
needs
been
to
the
say something
police,
back.
And I've
Yes.
You understand what I'm
reported it
saying?
as an issue.
She needs to push back. She needs to push back. Now,
Northumbria
there are
Constabulary
those who are like that. And then
yesterday.
ulama nje sesithola ukuthi manje
I
masesibuyela
have reported J.K. Rowling to the police
sithola ukuthi man lo muntu
for what
unevuzi
she
lendoda
said,
kahle kahle.
which
Yeah.
I
You
don't know
understand what I'm
that
saying?
can be treated as a
Yeah,
hate crime,
they
malicious
don't do well with
communications,
instructions.
But it's a cut
You
and
understand?
dried.
Okay.
So all those kind of. So I think the whole idea of
And at the end
alpha
of the
female.
day, it is a hate crime.
Yeah, that's the reason why you've got a question about
Trans,
respect.
gender
No,
identity.
I get a little
Just
like in
as
Twatema
race
already,
is
alpha female and whatnot. Yeah, alpha female is a phrase that gets used a lot in
Yeah.
pop culture, but what does it really mean? Is there actual science behind the concept, or is just a social construct? If you are looking for answers, okay, an alpha female is a strong and successful woman who publicly embraces her leadership skills. Done. That is
but
a
that's
social construct.
it's a social
That's
construct.
us constructing something like that.
I wanted to maybe ar point. You see,
Yeah.
there's a difference. Okay, women and men.
Yes.
There's a difference, and how we perceive or receive information. Correct.
Yeah.
Right. So, have you ever seen he banna batlolo? It's always rabua.
Yeah.
If yapala, we escalated.
Yeah.
We argue. Re supana ka monwana.
Yeah.
If that fails, we escalated.
Yeah.
Re tshwarana ka matsoho.
Yeah.
If that fails, then it's outright
Eh,
violence.
Walo.
Right.
One of you must succumb or submit to that.
100%. Yeah. Because we have to now identify ke mang boss.
Exactly.
Alpha.
Eh.
Yeah, basically.
That is the
alpha.
animal
The man
kingdom.
alpha.
Uh-huh.
Kabasadi, it's different. Kabasadi, it's you talk, ne?
Yeah.
And then you escalated. You talk, and then you escalated. It's still talking.
Yes.
Yeah. But him monna akopana le mosadi.
Yeah.
It becomes a little bit different and sensitive.
Yeah.
Because rona aribui. But we are violent. Lona le nale basadi banale this gift ya ho bua.
Yeah.
So the chances are okasi wini lena in an argument.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Okasi wini in an argument. But the next best thing
We escalate in talking.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Levels.
when it escalates, monna auto didimal. At that point, that's where it becomes critical.
Yeah.
Because the next thing that follows after that,
Kipam.
kepa.
Why, Bon?
Yeah, because
And that's what if it like.
yeah, and so we need to understand nature ya monna le ya mosadi, because sometimes with our alpha male and then ke thoma ke argue le wena.
Yeah.
I understand hore nka se wini ka molomo. But the minute o starta o reach a point where it's critical and you go over that, there's nothing else that I'm going to you. It's either I walk out
Yeah.
or go for Paka Club.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but
And
Yeah.
like I'm saying this in good faith. I'm not saying promote.
Right, yeah, but GBV.
Yeah, GBV.
But
It's not like that.
But the issue of walking out,
The issue of walking, and when you walk out,
You're coming back.
yeah, because how old was basically how
so
old
nya kunyediswa pele pele.
No, I can't get this.
Why Bon, he motho a tswa mo room ga tsamaya. Wa sa motho ela tsamaya. O nya go prove
Utlwelle.
ha go nyediswa bolla gape ka so re ne
Utlwelle
go se
ke
petile.
reng. I'm actually agreeing with him more. Utlo ukreya because you're coming back.
But
Utlo yeme.
Masheba Agnes.
And then all the fele ya thoma ha.
a ke han he monna a tswa mo room
He's trying to calm down. He's trying to calm
Understand.
down to get back to his senses. Because
Yes.
you see, this is the thing. The level of anger,
Yeah.
depending on the wording that is being used, the ways that you are using. Kunabantu abakhuluma baze bakhohlwe. You understand?
True.
Yeah.
And that works on your mind. You know, as we're talking about this topic, actually, I think our government needs to really restructure shit. Because government, let's say, I'm avoiding. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Don't take me there.
Yeah.
But you keep on pushing me like umfazi wesixhosa.
Yeah.
Because abafazi bamaxhosa bafuna ukuthi kugcinelela ilizwi.
Yeah.
Ningakhuluma everything. But the last word,
Again.
transfer ibe yena.
Yeah.
It is in that last word la ngithi sengiphume khona. Uthi Clarks ngijike ngithi akuseyoba right.
Yeah.
Now you don't want that. You cannot live a life like that because remember at the same time when you are beating a woman you are beating yourself.
Wang understand? Yeah.
Now, our women, you talk about respect now.
Yeah.
Institutions that we had that taught respect and behavior, men, women, these institutions were destroyed because what happened is this: as a woman, you knew ukuthi uba abo baba bahlezi, you're not welcome there. amadoda uma bomama bahlezi anilapho, you understand what I'm saying? And ngokwesixhosa for example, esiXhoseni uma unginikeza ukudla,
Yeah.
you either if kunomntwana uzonikela umntwana azonikeza, there's a line that you do not cross. Where line is called. All these things, these were institutions that we had that will teach how we should relate one to another to avoid certain things. I normally tell people, you know, this whole thing, you've got rights, look what is. What you don't understand is this. Government says, get beaten up first, then we'll come and investigate. Be killed first, then we'll open up a case and investigate.
Yeah.
But they're not there to stop the thing from happening.
Yes.
What will stop the thing from happening is the institution of how are you groomed as a man? How are you groomed as a woman by your family? That's what stops the thing from happening.
Yeah.
So saying what I've got my rights, and then you move into a relationship no muntu and you come to uzomdelela because uzombopisa. Uzombopisa so isidumbu. So feel.
Yeah.
So feel.
Yeah.
And it doesn't be too late.
Why,
You understand
what-
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So government does not have a system. Even if they can have so many cops, what happens behind these doors is only known by the people abala.
Exactly.
And it ends here.
Yeah.
But what keeps things which is in a bad way is how we've been groomed. Now, Africans were very good at that because they had those institutions. That is why the things that were done, some of them, they were not done because of you were being oppressed. Look, for an example, I'll give you this scenario that we always like to make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Lo mfazi uyenyangeni. Uthi lo baba lo uyamshaya all the time.
Yeah.
Le nyanga imnikeza something ethi lo baba makakwatile. Ubothatha leli tshele lo fake ngaphansi
Yeah.
komlomo.
Or meti. Babanki meti.
You know why? You know why? The poor guy is trying to come up with a solution.
Yeah.
The poor guy is trying to come up with a solution. But keep quiet.
Yeah.
And
Babanki
there's
meti.
nothing. There's
Why?
nothing
Let me
in
do
it.
it.
It's just a pure stone.
Exactly.
And then you put it underneath your tongue.
Yeah.
Or they give you a stick, a smaller than a stick.
Yeah.
So that you think it's something, it's herb. It's a herb that was,
Yeah.
maybe that's Tatana you knew by
Yeah.
so kile kamuhara whatever.
Did you
herb.
Yeah.
And then when you take ubeka mfasali.
And now all of a sudden you go back, you are happy ukuthi yazi ngiyabonga nyanga yami le ndoda ayisangishaya. And what the guy actually did to you is that
Keep quiet.
Just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Now my point is this, guys. You lose nothing.
Yeah.
You lose nothing to respect umuntu wako.
Yeah.
We've got roles that we play.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
One thing that I know about men is that men always want the sense of dominance to be acknowledged. Especially, I'm not talking about, you see, this again, you need to qualify this thing. There's two types of men. There's a man that sits underneath the tree, smokes weed the whole day, he does fuck all.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think sometimes, you know, those type of men, when they expect certain treatment, especially that they didn't show that they deserve, it becomes a challenge. But there's a man. And when I talk about men, I'm talking about a man.
Yeah.
I can't be in a position to be disrespected having looked at what I have done as a man.
Yes.
Creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know, being such a hard-working person with a vision and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
I deserve some respect. And that is why sometimes when you come across a woman who fails to recognize that.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Me personally, I literally walk out.
Yeah.
I don't have time to try and educate you. I don't have to educate you about me. You literally have to see the type of a man that you have.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are those type of men out there who innovative.
Yeah.
He's a visionary.
Yes.
He's got a plan.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Then when you wanna come, talk to me as if we're Talk to me not as the toilet.
And wopela bana. Oh no, afela pa.
Ke tlo quote Bible.
Yeah.
Corinthians.
Yeah.
It says,
Yeah.
Mosadi, tlhompha monna. Monna, rata
Rata mosadi ya hao.
Why one?
Distinctively so, because Rona, love language ya Rona, for if not all the men, is respect. That's it. If I see respect coming from you,
Yeah.
I receive it as love.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then nna ke tla o rata the way
O tshwantse o rate o ka teng.
and I always give this example because batho ba bangata ba na le this especially basadi ba na le the feminists ne the roles tsa rona di apply in big things and small things.
Yeah.
He ho ka pantsha le tire ke tsamaya le mosadi
O monna.
ke mang o jumpang pele
Go jumpang.
because instinct ya mpolelela hore ne tshwantse ke change
Bona lo irang, yes. Yeah, but you were first re bushuro bets are tso go bona ke mang. Mara ipitsa re ke feminist.
Exactly. Le he ka tsamaya le ngwana le converse le he ka tsamaya le ngwana
Yeah.
ngwana dutse mo back seat a ba
Yeah.
tlatsa
Yeah.
ke mang o jumpang pele
Go jump ena o sa
Mosadi.
di. Exactly.
the role setting are argue ka tsona because ke tlhago.
Why bon?
Yeah, so we now have to sit and discuss when like certain things are very ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
re discuss 50-50. When I regular cruiser like certain things are not sustainable. He o le mosadi wa ka ke tshwantse go tlhokomele based on
Why bon?
why
What is the danger now, guys? Danger comes now when one Facebook post to Kali. This guy the woman's income is 21,000. The men's income is 18,000. Our income is 18,000. So it's yeah. There's women out there, me bra, baba tsebang and understand that we are here as partners in managing our household. You understand? Not partners around lina ke le monna. Ke gopola Chris Rogo bua are a black woman will come, hides a joke, will come and say, "Hello, daddy, what can I do for you?" You understand? Wa mosadi wo ha o tla o win no you are one and no we want this thing. You understand? This is mine as much as it's yours. Are if they're playing football, only a quarterback, like only a striker. This is gonna be a striker next to you, trying to strike instead of pushing and say, baby, are you copy? That concept behind a successful man is always a successful woman. I said it, and they didn't understand partnership. Mudima Zamos, I like Hira Musadi, Hat Yamolala, and Hat Yamuan, was the Lokopolahao. The rib is one of the important bones in your body because they protect a lot of vital organs. That's significant. How do you sister? Under the head. Instead of saying you are next to me, you are my partner, and I'll walk with you this journey. There's nothing wrong with that.
And we tend to make and this notion of having to honahana hore role ya mosadi is less than ya monna.
Yeah.
It's flawed. Bona hore ke etse dilo tse khonang hore ke di etse. It's because mosadi plays a particular role which is important.
Yeah,
O tlhokomela bana, o nurture bana, o make sure le gae la ka le warm.
Why, but-
So that nna ke khona go tswa ke etse di plan. You understand? We understand that as men. It's a fact. We have to understand it so that you are able to function as a man. Onahane Vetu, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm getting.
I know this topic.
The issue of having women compete le banna. Be ba sa etse mmereko wa bona. And I don't mean mmereko wa matso. Ke bua the natural essence ya mmereko wa mosadi.
Yes.
It disadvantage banna ba bantsi. That's a fact.
Now I think.
Wait.
I think everything. No. I think everything is in 50-50.
And I am not talking about you not having to go to an 8 to 5. I am talking in essence of just being natural. Omosadi ke monna. He tsotsi ka kena ka montlung, tshwantse ke eme. Unless ke tlhapetse maybe ke le blackout. Mare ke tshwantse ke eme.
Or ke jele phetla.
But it's an expectation eloring. It's of a natural origin.
You know? Yes. GB, I don't
Okay.
respond. Okay, someone Tom, did you get your explanation of respect?
No, I got it.
Uh-huh.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Respecting a man means submitting to him, I guess.
Yes.
It means validating him, I guess, and trusting him, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, how do you trust decisions made by this person, but this person is not a good leader to you as a woman, how do you go back then and say, I respect this person, but this person's leadership skills in terms of you and the household and whatever they are lacking?
All right, tla ke ya re ka speed Matapelo, the reason why Modimo tsele gopo la monna a ira mosadi, ne? Is Modimo tsele gopo la monna a ira mosadi because God made sure gore a rib more a rib is in the first place. You understand? A rib is on the side of the body, correct? And that rib it's like the job is to protect all the vital organs. Your job as a woman is to support me. You step in and you push it forward. You don't take it over. There's a difference between that. You understand? You step in and you fill that void. How take it over? So when I, in a sense, if I understand correctly, you are now sitting there with a little pet. Wa maka di poso di right di wrong hore wa palla mo how do I respect that? No, you don't. If you still my man cannot be able to do this, let's say for example I cannot shelter this month neck in other business, I didn't make money this month. When are you working for a salary? Your job is not to say hey me brother shelter and rojang rojang. Your job is say baby you understand you didn't make money this month, we didn't make money this month, I'm gonna step in and do what you're like keep like king you are supposed to do. Not to say bona khosua palwa ke this one and ke role high and blah 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 blah. You understand? Respect how we didn't find how we demand you and as a man and as a person.
Can I say something there?
Okay, it's fine. I understand that.
Mati,
yeah.
Can I just respond a little bit on that thing of respect? I think respect at the same time. It must never be based on conditions.
Hey, that's what I keep on carrying.
You know. Let me give you an example. I had a friend of mine from Zim. He will go clubbing, come back AMs, drunk.
Yeah.
How much 3-4? Out.
Okay.
Listen to his story, and then he did that for the longest of time. The wife never really got to complain. What will happen is that at Nick, my wife will wake up. She had cooked, prepared food.
Yeah.
She will come back. Niggas amanzi. You know, traditionally she kneels niggas amanzi. Yawashi's andla.
Yeah.
Niggas good. Then she will sit next to him and she will ask, "How was the club?" Then the guy will talk. That has been my life for a long time. Until one day. Now listen to this.
Yeah.
It dawned to me that, but say, what I'm doing to my wife, I'm hurting.
It's not right. Yes.
Do you understand? Now that's the power of a woman.
Yeah.
That's the power of respect. But you are not going to get this man right by shouting, fighting, proving a point. Be yourself, and that's the part that the society is trying to take away from women. As a matter of fact, they are actually setting you up for failure.
Yeah.
The society is setting you up for failure.
Yeah.
Because of right now, I'm trying to say to this to Mati to say that you don't have to have conditions to say that it can't do this, can't do this.
Yeah.
Respect him even though he's failing.
Yeah.
Because of it is through that process of you respecting him, even if he's failing, that is going to actually knock some sense in his head to either improve himself or find something to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of he feels the strength of finding something because of he knows that he has your support. But as long as you're going to be ticking the wrongs and everything, you are actually killing the guy inside.
And by the way, Leah is not sticking the wrongs to how don't think you're the only one who can be able to see mistakes. Shame. We all see each other's mistakes. But just because I'm too grown and I'm a man, I'm supposed to lead. I will never come and tell you, there's a lot of things that men go through. They're just quiet because my job is to protect this everything. I'm supposed to keep this thing together. So for that, be anything. It doesn't mean we don't see anything wrong with you guys. We do. But just because of the vow I took, Ghana, and those vows are very important. Maybe let's change a little. How I will respect and honor you.
Exactly.
How's I going to go to we present to This thing.
You know.
King Agnes.
You know.
No, it's fine, border, guys.
Agnes.
Kosi, let me tell you something.
I reserve my comments.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I know a guy that actually, very close person, that thought that he was doing it all
Yeah.
for his wife,
Yes.
trying and everything.
Yeah.
I understand. But for some reason, there was a turning point for the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think the woman ended up underestimating the person's potential or capacity because of they've been through the same rough patch for a long time.
Yeah.
A change took place. Yes, sometimes some besifazane ma inyuke ngasangeni banokudelelanyana. Bagage.
Yeah.
And the guy tolerated.
Okay.
But there was a point over the phone makhuluma labantu when the woman said ungazonginyela.
Iyo.
You see that?
I'm what about?
After 10
Game
years.
over.
Kimo kanganyelo kimo zidore kilxhosa. One of the two. Aka na wa khona ngwanya motsona ka bua ntwe tsa kanyela.
Wabona after 10 years of marriage
Yeah.
with 2 kids.
Yeah.
When that word came out, that was the end of it.
Yo, madam
That was the end of it. Kids, no kids, nothing. That's it. Done.
I'm done.
When it gets to that point,
Yeah.
yeah. Do
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the relationship was over as I speak. So my point that I'm trying to say, Guti, going back to what TS was talking about, the issues of, ama levels. You understand? Ama levels. Because of abantu besifazane, sometimes they like to push the boundaries. Into iqale kancane kancane.
Hona uketla ira.
Yeah, kancane kancane azafikele la sekuthi akaseka namabriki khona.
Yeah.
And that is why ngesizulu indoda ezulu mayithi ngiyobona ingane zami.
Yeah.
It's not talking about abantwana abakhasayo.
Yeah.
Makathi ngiyobona ingane zami uthi usho ukuthi amakhosikazi nabantwana
Why
because of they are taken as ingane because of such kind of things sometimes are things ukuthi mazenzeka you ask yourself a question mara bocabanga yini ukuthi uzotshela mina ukuthi ngiyakunyela and I must still remain and be the father to the kids and be the husband. What were you thinking? You understand?
Yeah.
You should have thought it through before you said it ukuthi okusalayo lento is going to be a turning point. This is a game changer.
Yeah. So answering question ya ga Barkimang ke ole wa ko Facebook ne ke feletsa the feminist kimang Tshofatso Grace about what is the difference between alpha woman and a feminist. Feminist monare an advocate of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes, a woman, a person who supports feminism. Yeah. So the difference is being a leader is not it can alpha whatever, right? But all advocate for the rights of Asadi to be equal, that's a feminist. So there's two different ones. The point when I'm the reason why now men are taking over your spaces as transgender women is because of you have lost your space and you are giving it to them. And you are fighting us as men as if we are the ones who are still oppressing you. Because now you have given your spaces to women, to these men who call themselves women. Because like I said earlier, but people who defend these people, guys, they are women. A man will every voice of anti-transgenderism all fighting has been of a man, mine included. Man, there's some but most of them are supporting this nonsense. And they will say a man must come into my space. No, but they identify like this. It's the identity. That is why most of women don't have gay friends. We more gay friend, more Muslim, more Muslim, gay. Just because the person is acting feminine does not mean that this person is a female. I'm gonna play a video now, guys. But before that, let's take.
Before we go to the video, let me just clarify something.
Babaja. Babaja.
Yes. I was going to say, get that very same trans whatever. Okay, fine. A lesbian, ne?
Yeah.
Let's say a lesbian gets arrested, ne?
Okay. Kutongo
Yabasadi.
Or a transgender.
Not trans.
Mostly lesbian, mostly straight. That's not kutongo Yabasadi.
Atwaru.
Ayatonga Yabasadi.
ID irki female. Mara ena opela sen nagir.
Oh yeah. Ora la kukwa kira msadi. Okay.
Ay man di gay.
Oh, yeah.
Ba sale ba re ba di tsentsha ka ko tronkeng ya basadi. Ka lo yona eo. People got pregnant. People got pregnant hona ka mo.
Exactly. Yes.
Because motola every mononally erection.
I think it was in the UK or something
Again?
like that.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Even the Scottish Parliament had to
Person is got an erection every
yeah.
morning. Yelo ebile ha nyake mara o tsene ka mo hara space sa basadi.
Hey,
now.
ba moja le very,
And
very
ba
right.
le tswile le serious ba tlo mo fofela.
Ba bohle.
Actually, I think that's a nice rehabilitation for them to actually. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's something that I wanted to bring up, which it bothers me most of the time when we talk about these issues of what you call this thing, respect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And feminism and all that.
Yes.
And I've heard a lot of people misquoting this. They are blowing it out of context. It is said, no, I mean, according to the African culture, umfazi uhlala endlini, and then it is the man
Yeah.
it is the men that will go out and hunt.
Yes.
Ne?
Yes.
So that is why amadoda ethu, they are not used to have a woman working in the corporate, blah, blah, blah. Now, listen to that. First, that's a very, very ignorant statement.
Yeah.
Number two, there's a statement that comes from somebody who does not know their history. Let me give you the African history. There is no such a thing, men will go out and hunt. Game hunting, if you talk about game hunting, which is hunting an animal, until today, is done by men with rifles.
Yeah.
We go out, game.
You
That's
shoot,
game.
you come back. Yes.
But Etina, our way of economic empowerment that we used for our families, because of we were tilters of the land, we had land. Bovuka nabafazi bako niye emasimini nonke, including yourself, man, and yosebenza.
Yeah.
And kune inkomo, and then nabo ubanikeza inkomo zaba ngithi amathole abe and all those things. That was now us empowering our women economically. Now, my question is this: these people who are misquoting things and saying that the African culture was oppressive to women, what are they talking about? Because we never oppressed our women.
Yeah.
In the actual fact, what we did, we worked together with them, toiling the soil. So that is why I'm saying, it's a problem sometimes that people get involved in this kind of grouping, but they do not represent us well because of themselves. They don't even know their history.
Yeah.
And that is translated to today. Who runs the household, by the way? It's a woman.
Yeah.
Bona, a woman runs the household. Rona, we live
That's
in the
why I'm
background.
telling you.
With the eyes closed.
Yeah, Bona, you even know things that I don't know at which corner of the house.
Same guy. Like now, I don't even know what some other things are. I'll come bush you like a copy kiss. I can copy guy.
Lauka alo lampeto. There's certain things that she looks at because we are not her eye. In a certain that's the power of a woman in that structure.
Yeah.
So now something is it's new or it's just introduced Mabani.
Yeah.
This thing has been done for
generations.
Generations, man.
Let's take a break. This show is brought to you by Sahwana Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. And Luena, if you want an ad like this, please contact me on 064 548 7176 and Rodrilla advertisement take go. And then more on our shows whenever we're having shows and your business can go up there. So either we record it in the studio, your advert should be plus minus 15 to 30 seconds, and then if you want to, but again, like with Buena, you bring it here, and then from there we can play it on air and how many times, and it will tell you how many times for this, how many times for that, and how much is going to be. Yeah. So, like but in Animal Kingdom, who hunts? Morita.
The female, isn't it? The female.
Yes, female. So, anyway, I think I should have a show about this one. That was side effect. Let's talk about women, fella. About how much because it's like this dynamic stand. I really see the way
you want a venting show, ne? You vent about women.
No, it's not about venting, my love. It's about what we really, many people have forgotten our roles. Many men have forgotten their roles. Many women have forgotten their roles as well. So we need to understand and teach our kids. Don't look at TV and you want to mimic what's on TV. What's on TV is distracting. It's more like a script. So you get a feminist who's very angry. This woman has never had love in her life. This woman has never had a family. So she's just projecting her own vent and anger on Lona. You understand what I'm saying? In real life, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not natural. I mean, let me give you another example, a very stupid one.
Yeah.
Polyandry.
Yes.
2 guys, 1 girl.
But
she falls pregnant.
Kima.
Exactly.
And then now, and they're making it so fashionable.
You know what they say there, T?
Yeah.
But a woman will always tell. She can tell.
She tell and can native. They do know Papa Wanakima.
She can tell.
That's why they can be able to choose Hore. Jibilika Lokhois. Arwan. Jibilika ke hasla Raman. He's not that he's not that stable. Khosi, yeah, Khosi Yanaha. That's hands ball. No, get him, man.
Yeah.
On first time, one thing I'd like to Jibilika live. Yeah. So, before 12, because it's also my let's play that video I said you're gonna play, ne?
Yes.
And then we'll play this person. This person again, India Wallaby, right? He is a fucking British thing. He's a British. He's English, and
So you know what? You know what I love?
Yeah.
I wish other people are watching so that they can see that I'm not the only one who sometimes emotional intelligence escapes too.
Because we are so confused about this nonsense. I understand. So this person, transgender, and then he was challenged by another woman who's a very serious feminist. I love her, J.K. Rowling's, Kena occurs in Harry Potter books. That woman will always defend, and they will also attack her. Mama take this nonsense transphobia whatever, and she will always say it. Every month about I got a tweet and a woman is a person who bleeds every month, and then you will hear the hate that comes.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are a turf. A turf transphobic something, feminist and whatnot. You are whatever. You're full of hate and whatnot.
How is she supposed to say it?
It's like Emona. There was an argument. There was an argument. Menstruation is not exclusively for women.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna find the video at the now.
Guys.
Menstruation is not exclusive for women. I'm like, huh?
Is there a man who bleeds every month?
They were taught a lesson by a grade 5 teacher. That man was so quiet. Got Dr. Phil. When women were defending that, a psychologist, this is a psychologist, college professor, she was defending that nonsense. Hey, menstruation is the periods are not exclusive for women. I don't know. What about a trans man? Women who identify as men.
When I explain so
I'm talking professor. The professor at university.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You see what she's asking?
Yes.
That's what I love this woman, bro. Same mindset. What she's asking, that's what I've been asking you as well.
Yes.
Gary, how do we get to a point where we even entertain these people that think like this? Can't you see that these people are mentally
The
ill?
problem with your
They're
GB,
mentally
they are
ill.
trying to be politically correct. The world now will make you.
If-
The world now will make you.
Look,
Wait, you feel you are this terrible
Because
person.
If politicians
Yeah.
if politicians agree with that as being politically correct, then they are mentally ill.
Of course,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
But look,
Hey,
guys, Baba America, I don't know if you know him. There's a guy called Matt Walsh
I love him.
who is fighting.
Can I see Muzigan too? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I see Muzigan too? I even a whole documentary share
What
because
is a woman? Yeah.
It's there. Beautiful. Beautiful. He came to Kenya. Kenyan people, the Maasai people. They know the fuck woman the woman is.
You know, there was the one Kenyan guy.
Yeah.
He asked her, what is a woman? And the guy laughed. He's like,
Yeah. Amuna.
what? Why are you asking me that?
A person can be transgender, what? Or you say a woman thinking that is a man. I don't know. Not in Kenya.
Exactly.
Let's play this video and then we'll
I don't have
go
time for nonsense.
I'm telling you.
Let's play this video.
J.K. Rowling has definitely committed a crime. I'm legally a woman. She knows I'm a woman, and she calls me a man. It's a protected characteristic, and that is a breach of both the Equalities Act and the Gender Recognition Act. She's tweeted out to 14 million followers. If you check out the accounts that have been responding to me on the back of that, her trigger, it's absolutely disgusting, putrid, some of the worst abuse I've ever seen on social media. I know I'm at the centre of it and I might be a little bit biased. What am I going to do about it? Well, I've been to the police and I've reported it. And I contacted Northumbria Constabulary yesterday.
So you reported J.K. Rowling?
I have reported J.K. Rowling to the police for what she said, which I don't know if that's going to be treated as a hate crime, malicious communications, but it's a cut and dried offence as far as I'm concerned. And at the end of the day, it is a hate crime. Trans gender identity is a protected characteristic, just as race is, just as sexuality is. And the equivalent of what J.K. Rowling said, calling a trans person a man, deliberately knowing that that person is a woman, and I am a woman, regardless of what J.K. Rowling says. I've been through everything that's required of me. My birth certificate says female, my passport, all my documents. I am legally recognised as a woman. And for J.K. Rowling to deliberately, and that is the key word, misgender me, knowing who I am, is grossly offensive. It is a hate crime. And it should be treated just as somebody calling a black person the N-word, or an Asian person the P-word, or J.K. Rowling is definitely committed a crime.
Yeah.
I'm legally a woman. She knows I'm a woman.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
Matapelo, your input buffer, I don't look appeal.
And that is
I want to
a breach
right.
of both the Equalities Act and the Gender Recognition Act.
These people just need treatment in G.
Well, that treatment is not mental.
People need a mental asylum. I want a treatment. Mental
Well, they should be locked up
asylum.
really, and then they must come back by the right.
Finish.
They must come back when they are
disgusting.
right. They must just go to Vescopi or whatever mental institution that is around, get treatment, by the right.
You know that is why I mean my this topic, especially this one,
Yeah.
when it's being discussed, like I've said, if you find yourself being bothered by it, entertaining it, whether you are a government, whether you are what, something is wrong. If you really want to say we are acknowledging what these insane people are saying as government,
Yeah.
then that means that it's a government of madness.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because you can't into ibonayo mfethu ukuthi le ikuku le ipipe, and then from there now we have to pass a law that says that we don't recognize, we don't see you, we don't know what is
We
what.
must decide. We must
decide.
find someone
Yeah.
who
How
wants to.
sick can you be?
Let's look at this one in screen now. Babuaka, a woman who was assigned male at birth. I want to debunk that one, someone Tom. When doctors and nurses who are doing midwifery and who are doing delivery labor, right? They don't assign that. They confirm what they see.
Exactly.
They are confirming. They're not assigning anything to any person.
They're trying to get them not to speak.
One understand? They are confirming what they are seeing was I seen Togi Pipi. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But what identity will he or she take?
You are actually shoveling a lie to their throats that
Yes.
they must agree to what.
Yeah. So that's why getting male assigned at birth. And then by the trans women have a female gender identity. There is nothing like that. If a person, but not Sam Smith. I don't know if you know Sam Smith.
I know Sam Smith.
That motherfucker is out of like seriously.
What is sorry? What?
Out of control.
What the fuck happened with him?
Okay, Sam Smith was a
Out
gay.
of order.
Well, Mr. Get
Out of order.
If you can see the guy now, the guy is all over the place. Actually, Onyaka attention in his old age, or what the fuck does he? What the hell?
You are late, bro. I always tell you.
Sam Smith was gay.
I think the problem is
He was gay.
How can I be na.
So he was gay.
Yeah, he was gay,
was
Pete.
gay,
Alisha,
And what the fuck happened now?
Jiggy, this transgender thing had Thomas and fashion. She was like they were the first people. Ban about Tomakayon. Jiggy no get transgender, no yana kunan binary. We are call. Have you like did you see his outfit? Amalatiana, Yano
That's why you were talking mental assignment.
Yeah,
How do you go from transgender to non-binary to him hashtag?
Yeah.
Why
Let's agree.
But Matapelo, you see from what Jose is explaining, you can actually see some mental deterioration there.
serious, my
The
brother.
person, I'm telling you, mental deterioration there. So that's my biggest issue is this. Why then, as a government, as people, do we want to sit and entertain a person who's retarded?
It's their
Because-
rights, Barbie Oscar.
What
It's my
right?
right. I must identify. It's human rights. But I know what America is trying to do to Uganda and Ghana and other African countries who are saying fuck this.
Yeah.
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 They're now saying we are going to cut your aid. We are going to sanction you. Not because of you are ill-treating your people because of hunger. Not because your people are dying because of AIDS.
Because you are saying you're going
Well,
to
understand? Mari, because you are saying no gays in my community, we are going to do that for you. Obama.
Now,
That motherfucker.
come and tell you something. I love that part, and I so wish that Uganda and all these other countries can be strong enough to stand.
Yeah.
To
Because-
stand
And they are,
against
Shem,
it.
it's-
Because
Jesus.
this is the part where you start to realize that the borrower will always be a subject to the lender.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, Africans are compromised and are tolerating shit because of they are dependent to the West.
Yeah.
The sooner we cut off the fucking aid of the West. And we and we learn to do things by ourselves. The best. That's why Mugabe suffered sanctions.
Exactly.
He didn't tolerate the
Yeah.
shit.
We are not gays.
Listen to this. He said, until these people are able to produce a child,
Yeah.
let them go to South
South
Africa.
Africa. Yes.
No, we are stuck with them because
Yeah.
Tina, we tolerate shit.
Yeah.
No, we do.
Who's coming
do.
with these terms?
Sorry.
Binary, non-binary.
Hey, me bra,
his,
boy.
hers.
Hey.
Imagine when they
Ah,
hit
bruh,
sitting
South
down and
Africa.
saying,
Let me tell you
Emona,
something.
those people they
It
sit
sounds
down
like
and they just create things every single day.
You know what?
There's
Come
a
and
new
tell you-
label coming.
Come and tell you, this always, I think they sit down and they're writing a fucking dictionary.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they even
Now they are doing that.
they're even trying to change the definition of a woman.
Yeah.
Ba batla gore
Yeah.
a woman, abana akele so, ake that woman. Akere mona ke woman, right? WOMAN. They take out the A, but it's X. Magara A. Baraki woman X. Why? Because now they are being inclusive of everyone.
Ayahlanya. What is some of them? They are fucking crazy.
Jordan Peterson.
They don't have
Call
women.
them.
I cannot have a later.
Let them
but
hang me.
Don't even go as
fuck.
far as controlling my don't control my language.
Yes.
Exactly.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's okay. But the problem became now you are even dictating
What
how
one
a-
must supposed to say.
What's our king? Banana re ga fa tshwana le bone re ke bolela banana re ga fa tshwana le bone. I'm very sane. And I cannot talk keep it woman X.
Ibar ki woman next.
I would never-
Bar bansa the word man.
What are they let them
know?
hang me.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
They can take me one hanger.
Yeah.
Look. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to think and figure this whole shit out. And I must tell you right now. I can
Yeah.
tell you right now. For the fact that we will have governments, that bothers me a lot. You see, I don't care what they do, these guys. I don't care what is that they come up with. You understand? But they must not get support from a government and a government pushing their agenda of trying to introduce this hardcore damn motherfucking shit in our schools. Because I can tell you right now, that is just not on. Because then, who's government? This
They are
government,
going
who
to
does it
teach
represent?
our
And
kids
that's
that
about
thing.
again when I GB and all you guys. They don't even go America now. Where's America is the cesspool of all this nonsense.
Hey.
Go America now. Kids can be called Julia Mushimani, go school. They're allowed by government or like different states. Florida and others. The devil's seat ki California. That's all the motherfucking nonsense they have.
Yeah.
Kwale, they will tell the Mwana Kata na identify as a boy. Koskolong, the teachers will give them hormone therapy, which I'm going to talk about now. They'll give him that therapy. They will call him Kamaina Aring Yena Wantifakaon. Hafita Haiki Mushimani, Koskolong Kiwanyan. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the teachers are enabling this nonsense to happen. The moment Obana Skolo, so organize a pride day. A pride fucking day. Koskolo. Imagine. And what about the straight kids who don't want to be associated with this thing? Do you even consider them? Do you even think about them? For example, these other kids more who are not identifying as this nonsense. Like
Ghana, that is not a working. School is the whatever LTB.
they should make their own schools fair. That's more real.
They should have their
Ba
own
iko-
school.
They want to be among us, but and about forced
And
things to be
not,
done.
we are not homophobic.
You want to
We are
know
not
why?
homophobic.
We don't hate
But
any
that is
person.
so wrong.
Mina.
Imagine my child is in the school. Ne?
Yeah.
Imagine my child is in the, and they organize that shit.
Yeah, and they're gonna force you to bring him
No,
or
let me-
her
I will not
that
bring
rainbow
that
and
day.
whatnot.
How do you get to a
That
point?
don't make you absent in Wanaka because I'm not gonna take my
No,
child.
but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We sitting now here and being worked out by this whole thing, ne? Bruh. Now I'm reminded of a verse, I say.
Fana ka
In the last days, people will change the truth for a lie.
obvious
And it says, and he will give them up to the desires
of their
heart,
flesh and
of their
their
flesh.
and- yeah.
You understand? So when you see these things happening, when you see people who are meant to be normal starting to promote such, when you see people that we respect as government starting to perpetrate such, then you start to understand that in the actual fact, there is a wave that is taking place.
Yeah.
Do you understand? There's
Yeah.
a wave. Because I can't imagine, I just can't fucking understand it in my mind that here you are, you have a so-called president who's going to now agree to sign a law that these things must be taught in schools, blah, blah, blah. It's the right of the child for this and this and this and this and this. And then acknowledge some fucking shit that says that we cannot tell the gender while we see, but
What
we can't
you
tell.
see, what you can
do see?
confirm.
Now, when you allow and agree to all of this nonsense as a president, as a ruling party, or whatever the case you might be, what has went wrong? What is it that has went wrong to your
It's the
heads?
end of
the
day.
problem with your hori. The problem with your hori. Unora matapelo?
And
matapelo.
where do you get to a point, Lauren, you administer hormones for bana?
Tako botse he what's happening in America. Kwa America and the European countries, like the Western countries, what they do here, no yan. I wanna implant. Implant now they've made for implant testosterone and implant estrogen. Now they're putting on young kids as young as you can be. You understand? They put that implant. Come on, ngwana le o tlo gola a ipotsa gore ke moshimane and se moshimane ana le kuku and everything else but o tlo bona ke moshimane and the other one tlo bona ke ngwanyana ba bitsa hormone ba ke puberty blockers. The worst thing, they think and they want to convince the world, ne, gore, if you can stop puberty, this person will not go into the gender that they were assigned at birth, which is fucked up.
It's way messed up.
The worst thing, people don't understand what puberty is.
Yes.
Puberty, there's two stages. There is one, it is puberty, where you're now becoming an adult from being a child, correct? Where now everything starts functioning. You know, your autonomous madi, autonomous voice, like a mona, over this sperm, you can make babies, you can have a child, you can be pregnant as well. When I level be molina, maybe it's a menopause, where everything stops, you become a child again in the adult body because no longer kids, no longer menstruations. Those things you can't stop them. They are there naturally because puberty era around this person has a lingwana. It's no longer a child, meaning this person is an adult, meaning the skeletal body now becomes the stronger one. Most the same thing. So now what happens? These puberty blockers, what they do is they stop every development in that child's body. From having strong bones, from having anything developed. Yeah, stop at and it's irreversible. They must never lie. But how is it reversible? It's a lie.
So must they're going to be weak, those children?
Those children, banale osteoporosis. Those things, they are not same normal because nothing was let to develop the way like it was supposed to be. It is
no. I just wanted to make an example. It's the same as taking a kid, right? Marathon.
Yeah. Yes.
I it's a sense because body I saw bopehi to such a point that that type of punishment. So this is literally chemical castration.
Exactly.
Chemical castration.
Exactly.
So you are literally stopping the growth. Yeah. You are stopping the transition from child to adult.
To an adult, yes.
And then you expect other things are going to be okay.
Normal.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't happen. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something that is very interesting about this whole topic? If you read Credo Mutwa's book, Indawa My Children, and then you read Africa with its hidden secrets and the reptile agenda.
Yeah.
Everything that we are discussing here.
Yes.
Even the geographical location where action is being practiced.
Yeah.
And by who.
Yeah.
It will prove a fact and the point and the truth to say that Credo Mutwa was very right when he said that the blue eye and blonde people are not humans.
Yeah.
In the actual fact, these are reptiles who invaded our space because that's what it says.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Exactly. Yeah. Now, when you look at what is happening, when they are trying to change things and all these are reptiles, these are not human beings. And science proves that in the actual fact, black people are 100% human. And these ones, they've got Mandarin blood, which is a type of a reptile. You must listen to Joshua Mapongo when he quotes that as well. And this is a well-known fact that is the reason why even the way of thinking, but it's not the same. Black people are thinking growth. Black people are thinking peace.
Yeah.
Black people are thinking family, children. Let's grow. These owns, let's create the biggest atomic bomb. Let's come up with the worst pandemic.
They think of
they always
like
distraction.
Now,
they are here for distraction.
Now, Louis Farrakhan, when he explains the book of Revelations, when he talks about the pale horse, and he says, and there came the pale horse, and death was its rider, and he says, now that's a white man because he brings in death. He brings in destruction. It doesn't matter whether he's going to introduce you to some form of education, but the ultimate goal is death and destruction. That's what they bring. Whether they're going to introduce you to money or they're going to introduce you to technology or whatever it is, but the ultimate goal is death and destruction. And right now, we are talking about fourth industrial revolution. And now we are talking about the issues of implant.
Yeah.
So the ultimate goal with whatever technology that we are being exposed to is to what? Is death. That's how it is. They want to wipe out. Now, this proves that this planet, when you talk about these beings from outside, they're not far. It's the ones that we see every day.
Yeah.
Blonde eye.
They've been here forever.
They've been here forever. And that is why these things are happening. So This is
Yes.
where now the Armageddon takes place.
Yeah.
Where you
Eish.
separate the good from evil.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you're going to see some of us who are black who've been recruited by these reptiles now.
Yeah.
We're going to fall on the other side.
Yes.
And there's going to be another group of people who are going to fight to save that which is nature. And I can tell you, when they try to fight to save that which is nature, they're actually saving the creator himself, because of nature is the creator.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so one day think or habera be barbasive. Maybe it's a gender affirming care. When I'm trying to clap on this thing. For the mere fact yahore bita this thing gender affirming care. You know? Gender affirming care. How the hell do you affirm something which is already being created? And why do you call it care? Because most of these kids can't even have babies anymore. They will never have babies anymore.
How can
Because-
they
yes,
they have not fully grown, and then by saying that, I mean, they haven't developed
nothing.
their
Yes.
reproductive system.
Exactly.
They cannot produce kids.
Mona oba bonele sona ba bantsi ba khona ba bitsang the detransitioners ne ba boelang back to what they were before. Shame omo ba mitsa coal ke coal mamang, I just forgot the name, ke ngwanyana o bua ka nna zo ka basis so mara ke ngwanyana ana le matswele ba mkhatile matswele ba ba mo etsa those little scars. And you know what's worse? Baba no una osteoporosis, like hana strong skeleton, because obviously it never developed. Do you understand? It never developed because of the already thing. So kana hababa isa for therapy I think 2 visits is enough. 2 visits today, 30 minutes each. Hi, worrying. Oh, can I leave this thing? Okay, sharp. You are
diagnosed.
Yeah, you're diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Treatment take ye. Mama, do you want do you want a dead daughter or a living son? Imagine if do you want a dead daughter or a living son? Like
they're going to actually
Let's
kill
take it
them
about
chemically. They're going to kill them chemically, because
Yeah.
if you want a dead daughter or
a living son, yes.
Meaning, if she chooses to have a living a daughter, if she chooses a daughter,
Right.
meaning they're going to kill that daughter.
because
If you say, okay, I would rather have a living son, then they impose these things of theirs.
what
You know, let me tell you something now with what you're saying now. When you talk about the geographical location of where this thing is happening, we're talking about America, right? You said Australia. You said where else?
The European countries.
around the whole West.
Okay,
The West.
The whole West.
The whole West.
And this is where you find these reptiles, blue eyes, blonde, and all that. Now, yeah. And now check what the reptiles are doing now.
What are they doing?
They have moved closer now. Cape Town, they're dominating, and they're even thinking of separating it from us.
From
so that
us,
we-
yeah.
Now you see now what the reptiles are doing now. So they're actually positioning themselves to perpetrate now this evil. So they're coming close now.
Okay.
So they're gonna be in Cape Town.
I want you guys to listen to this quickly, ne? Listen to this.
They're going.
What I feel that GB, ne? Listen to this.
Check out this video. This is from the Dr. Phil show. It's a 5th grade teacher. So he
I get this. Matapel, I'm going to drop you, ne? And I'll call you back. Tell them on Facebook of ne? I'll call you back just when we're done. Sharp. All right. I want you guys to listen to this. Listen to this one. Does it make sense? Sorry, I can't put it on screen. You guys can be able to see, but it's a video on YouTube. You can just go about or Dr. Phil's audience goes and this 5th grade teacher debunks gender nonsense. Listen to this.
This guy trying to explain basic biology to several trans activists, and watch how it goes.
Transgender boys who might not have their own money to go buy tampons, if they're provided free in the bathroom, it's a huge plus.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you
don't
want.
menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body
if you are,
menstruated at
if
some
your
point
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man. You can pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life and tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the the science of this as an
The
example.
science.
When we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely
They
different.
are completely different.
Completely different words.
And sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up. The people who hate the truth, are because they see the truth as hateful. If you want to identify in any way you can, you're free to do so. But that does not mean that the rest of us have to join that illusion. You disagree, I disagree with you, and so you call it hate. But there's no hate in my heart at all. So that's
You
wrong.
are being hateful when you tell somebody that identifies
Okay.
as a man that they're not a man.
That's not
That is
hateful. That's a fact.
I have to say, that's the third time I've watched that video today, and that teacher, Ray, can we find him? I'd love to have him on, because what a calm, decent explainer of the truth. And it's funny, I always say this thing about how when you're telling the truth, you don't have to be screaming, and you can sort of tell it in people's body languages, because you can just communicate it honestly without being hysterical and everything. Even the way he's kind of sitting there.
Yeah. And did you see what's defending? We men, you people, killing. You are your worst enemy sometimes. Basadi, yeah.
Please. I'm
just saying women.
Have you ever had me doing that? If you, I'm not part of that. So please.
Born. I'm not speaking about you. When I possess Agnes, Kere Basadi. I'm just.
Don't say Basadi. It is some women.
Okay, some women.
Yeah. Maybe correct.
But you see how but defender. It's like people are coming with words and phrases.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it wipes out the reason yeah science.
Yeah.
Specifically XY XX.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I mean, the other lady, or like I said, college professor. Matapelo, are you back?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about your take there. The woman was busy saying it's not exclusive to women.
Yes, I actually had
that woman kind of tamudimuki. She's a college professor, right? And it's not exclusive. Trans men menstruate. Trans men again.
What is trans men?
She's
what,
fucking crazy.
What is a trans woman? Number one, you don't have ovaries.
Yes. I don't know.
And then you come and say the tampon, my dear, tampons where?
Yeah. Trans men.
Come on. Women just look at them the way they are.
And then
if madness is right in front of you, take it as it is. This is pure madness.
You know, guys. Like, this is a very. We're talking about this part, but there's a whole lot of things that are happening, and some of them, it's technology-wise and all these things, and people who've got money who can come up with programs to change this, to do this. What I see here, I see a world of darkness where people actually who think that they've got power, they're going to throw us into a world of darkness where they're going to try and remove the truth. Because we are concerned now by what is happening with the human race. But do you know that in the actual fact, there is a project whereby somewhere in Europe, they are trying to kill the sun.
No, it's not even Europe. It's China. China, they are actually creating their own sun.
Creating their own sun.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, all these things,
China is making their own sun now.
And
they
people are testing God.
Wait, and they want to kill the sun. The sun, like
the natural one,
yes. Yeah, the natural one, and make their own sun.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, you can't, if you've read the book, as much as, yes, we have our own issues with it.
Yeah.
But when you see everything that is happening,
you
can't ignore the fact that the book spoke about these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Spoke about these things. And my biggest concern is that what is happening in the conscience, in the hearts of the people who are initiating these things.
Yeah.
What is it that has went wrong, that is triggered, that has made them not to have any conscience whatsoever? Whereby when you see the truth, you want to twist it for something that is not.
Yeah.
What pill were they given? What food did they eat? Because
The Matrix pill.
It's absolute power.
Yeah.
do you understand?
That's
It doesn't make sense to me, T, because right now here people trying to change people's sexes and stuff like that, trying to put some chip in you, whatever it is. What did you drink? Can I please
J.K.
go and
Rowling
find
is
out?
definitely committed to lying.
No, you're going to think like them if you start drinking such things.
When people require absolute power,
breach of both the
that's where
Equalities
the
Act
problem is.
and
Like
the
you will
Gender
do
Recognition
anything and everything
Act.
to obtain
She's tweeted that out to
absolute
14
power.
million
You want to be powerful,
followers.
far greater than anyone else in the
If you
world.
check out the
And you
accounts
start
that
doing
have
these things,
been
Senoring,
responding to
don't
me on
make
the back
sense.
of that
I'm
trigger.
I'm worried, T, even about this guy,
It's absolutely disgusting,
own boy
putrid, some of the
from
worst
SA,
abuse I've
who,
ever
the
seen
richest guy now,
on
Elon
social
Musk.
media. I know
I'm worried
I'm
about that kid.
I'm
worried about that
He's
kid.
okay. So Elon Musk is a businessman, and he does things his own way. There's a clip I think we
Northumbria
checked
Constabulary
where they are
yesterday.
trying to. I get
So you reported
Twitter is
J.K.
turning to
Rowling.
X.
I have
Yeah,
reported
right.
J.K.
So there's an
Rowling
interview
to the
where
police
the guys by Disney
for
are
what
saying
she
they are
said.
pulling out.
They must go fuck themselves.
I don't know if that's
Don't tell me about money. If
but it's a cut and
go
dried
fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
You can
So-
go fuck yourself.
Because his idea was the platform everybody can be free to say whatever that they want to say.
Yeah.
Don't tell me don't dictate to me how to run my platform.
Own business, yes.
Yeah.
And
So
the
that
equivalent
was
of
his
what
whole idea.
J.K. Rowling
Yeah.
said.
Well, so
calling a trans person a man,
somehow, and the world is coming to somewhere else, and none to
And the very same people,
yeah.
they are busy somewhere building something. When distraction comes, chaos, serious chaos, ne? What's another? Valishia.
Yeah.
La Salalish.
But it's all like a more, but that's of time, whatever
I agree
time.
they're trying to wipe the entire human race. And then they will start afresh.
But then now,
with their own rules.
Yeah.
But then now, having you see, I love this, even though it's so frustrating sometimes when you talk about it.
The book.
No. This whole topic.
The book.
You see now we're talking about this whole evil that is rising up and how things are being changed from what we used to know and what's natural is.
Yes.
And not long ago we had a subject now of people, even young ones, having manifestations of abantu abadala. Whenever evil is rising up, there's something else that happens to counteract. Remember now, as much as it's still a mystery of how is it that young kids can have amadlus and stuff like that, but what I see happening is that in the spiritual realm, kuna shift eyenzekayo of conscientizing and going back to the basics, especially thina abantu besintu, abantu abamnyama, so that when this whole nonsense rises, Tina, on the other side, even in terms of power, we should be connected. I can tell you right now, because of we hear about all these guys, they're inventing this, they're doing this, they're changing this, trans that, whatever it is. But if you focus on our side as black people, there's been a lot of spiritual movement happening.
You are right there.
Yeah, there's consciousness that is happening. We are trying to bring back in the bedrooms and all these kind of things. That it is done purposefully so by the creator who's watching, blessed is he, to say that now the truth must come out, who are my people and who are these ones that all along they've been claiming to be my people and they are not. And I can tell right now, even the so-called Jews, they are part of this whole shit of changing things, whatever it is. They are probably funding it.
I mean, the Torah tells them, ya ka roba le mosadi. Mara they are the champions
of doing that.
Of LGBTQ propaganda mo lefatsheng.
Yeah, but
Israel yone ntho like bomb Palestinian. They are doing that.
And adding on to what Nick was saying, I always explain it this way. It's as if a conference meeting.
Yeah.
Because it can't be
Yeah.
that.
It's not as if they are.
A
They're actually
like
doing
conference meeting where they discuss and say, we've had enough. And then now we are discussing issue at the fake govelas.
Yes.
We were influx ya batho ba semoya. And then hotso had the fake govelas.
The fake ones, yes.
And now they are saying, or no, okay. If fake govelas, we'd rather than do the job ourselves.
Why bon?
That's why o kry batho ba bangata not necessarily hore o tshwanetse o ye ko phetlong.
Yeah.
O thwasa ntse o le ka
Ntse mo hae.
Yeah. For as long as o phetha wena dilo tsa
Which is
bona.
good. I think that's usually the best one. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's why you find lately hore le batho it's there's a trend ya hore you go also and a person will be told, no, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Yo badimo ba hao ba tla iketsetsa
Mera kwa bona ka bona, yes.
Yeah, because now hona le diphiri tse tshwantseng di tshwariwe tse belonging to that particular family.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, each and every family right now, if you look at it, each and every household, each and every family, ina le motho wa semoya o tshwantseng a take the pattern and run with it.
Whatever.
Because there's a point where this thing has to
a man.
I mean manifest in the physical. And thereby manifesting in the physical means we will inflate but okay, but for the ones that are true and for the ones that are doing it the right way, those are the ones that should be actually carrying the trigger moving forward. So having to keep quiet and saying nothing about it, like for example, what is a woman?
Yeah.
The flop.
All right, Matapelo, when I ring your last word, Bafanas, so what is your last word when to this whole thing? What is a woman and what is your last words on this one?
Like I said, I'm a woman.
Yes.
This thing, hey, I'm trans, the period, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Just stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Be you. We are the hospital for an operation that is very irreversible, and tomorrow I get swallowed. The first change, a lot of things are coming out, like you say.
Yeah.
Just stick to what you know.
All right.
True that.
Thank you, love. Eggy, as a woman, what is a woman?
You know, as she was talking, I was thinking, a lot of things, this damage, it can to a point, you know, right now, it probably like a space says you pure bangwe ke jamon. Kiring who's already, ne? Even though we're halfway like to chaos.
Yeah.
But this thing is a little before we were even born.
Yeah.
This damage, ne? Like this thing excites we are the reptiles and everything. Hence, how did you have so? I get but not an idea. I hope something.
Yeah.
A movie called Lucy. I don't know if you
Lucy,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That movie. When that lady had to reach a certain percentage.
Yeah, brain activity.
The people barking.
The people say be
chincha.
Be separate.
The change. No, the chinchile color, chincha. So many times.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Let's the reptile, let's the
all these
animals,
things, yeah.
the change, ne? So had to mabel and so get you know what? This could be true.
Yeah. So by the movie,
we had an invasion back then,
yeah.
And we were not aware.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Horror. But this invasion, and okay, level the movie. Kerata horror, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, level those movies, ne?
Yeah.
The aliens when they come to Earth, It's a form of a human
Obvious.
being.
Yes, they cannot come
So
down there.
now, we understand how Rena back then, history.
Yes.
Who led the humans to Africa?
Yeah.
Mara ndi sa tshwane le rena ka kala.
Like everything.
And then they
Really-
couldn't understand. Yes, everything. So they couldn't understand. Okay, fine. These people, and then they tried to study us. Ne? And then change, and then we are fighting back because we have our own things. But shame. So now, but how we change up until we conform to all those things, because they came with a lot of civilization into our lives. To understand, and then we had to by fossile actually they imposed it on us up until we accept. Somehow God kept on protecting us. Ne? Up until now. What we can do right now, Africa, let's just go back to our roots.
Yeah.
That is the only way we can survive.
Yeah.
Because invasion is that thing, we have to teach our kids how Africans Africa before all these things never phela byang.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And then unfortunately bokoko rena le boragolo rena ba tlhokofetse. Ba tseba dilo tšeo mara there are still people who are still in this earth.
Yeah.
Ne ba tsebang ka tsona at least.
Yeah.
And then ba tsofetse. What we can do go sponge whatever
That is still left.
that is still left. Ne?
Exactly. Yeah.
Try like in we must just build our own schools and do things on our own, build our own schools with whatever we have. I don't need the government is still a system.
Yeah.
Those ones are so
And we are not
controlled.
even sure humans right now. I'm not even sure right now.
I said humans, human in they're not humans.
What
Yeah.
does it get? Humans.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, right now. I'm very sorry, guys. After what I heard,
Yeah.
doubt, but it's fine. I can judge anyone. It's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their
To their opinion, yes.
Right now, that is what I'm thinking. Marama Africa borwa ke here ka boela morao.
Yeah.
Le dijo. Re itjwalele dijo. Tse di jwa mo mmung.
Stop eating this chemicalized
Understand?
nonsense.
Re tlwele these pharmaceuticals. Olwala. Hona le di hona le di healer. Hona le di healer. Ke a sure bana rena le health system and everything okay. Mara hona le di healer. Khale batho ba bantsho he motho ba tshwere ke tlhone ba di jwang. He motho montsho a tshwere ke eng
Na ba irang, yes.
Understand that?
Yeah.
Reskash kitimela re re ko dipetlele re ding. A ke re skaya a re yeng.
Yeah.
You know, when you talk about movies, there's a movie that I think some of us we forgot, and it explains it very, very nice. And
Yeah.
I've had, I think was it Credo or somebody was quoting it. Remember V?
Yeah, the V, yes. I
V.
remember V. Yeah.
The lizards.
It's
The
even a
lizards.
series, isn't it?
Joe, there was a lady there I used to love.
Yeah.
Diane.
V.
Diane.
Remember, I thought about V.
But she would take off the cover and then she's a lizard.
Yeah.
You see, that
explained a lot.
explains exactly what Credo is talking about when he talks about Africa with its hidden secrets and the reptile agenda. He says it very well. What you see happening, it has been a reptilian agenda. And right now, it's about to manifest.
Yeah.
And this is where now the truth comes out that in the actual fact, most of our life we have existed with other beings that are
J.K.
not
Rowling
of,
is definitely
of the
committed a
human
crime.
race.
I'm
And
legally a woman.
it's so sad that
She knows
a lot of
I'm a
people they
woman,
when I think that is
and she
far-fetched.
calls me
But
a man.
they've even managed
It's
to
a protected
recruit
characteristic.
some of
And
our
that
people. I mean, for the mere
is
fact,
a breach
for the mere
of
fact
both
that you
the
will
Equalities
have
Act and the
the
Gender
president of
Recognition
the country
Act.
getting involved
She's
in
tweeted that out to
a
14
program
million
of depopulation,
followers.
consciously so.
If you check out the
Consciously
accounts
so.
that have
taking money to
responding to me on the back of that, her trigger.
I mean, and you don't feel anything.
Aber Adigeri graves.
1 million.
Prepare for that. Prepare for those days.
Already, this shows this shows you the level of recruitment that these guys have done. That even some of us right now, as much as they might be having melanin, but now they are part of that whole reptilian clique.
Lemo V, when I GB, Lemo V,
There were humans
who sold out and supported this.
Exactly.
So I mean, really.
So that is why right now I think somebody spoke about going back to the basics. Somebody said stick to what you know. My lady there. Look, the only thing that's going to help us now as black people is to do exactly that.
Yeah,
that's
what Bafan.
I say what I said. I think yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
to say we need to start listening, and not listening just for the sake of listening to understand.
Yeah.
We are a spiritual nation.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's our power. So we need to tap into that, go back to our roots, go back to basics, do things as simplified as it can be.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right. Yeah, Matapelo, thank you, Miguel. Too much for today's participation. As always, again, my baby. Thank you so much. And could you put an invitation on Facebook if someone wanted to join out the live stream on Facebook or what?
No, they wanted to join the live stream on Facebook.
Oh.
So I don't know what to, yeah.
No, it's fine. Next time, whenever we are streaming, as we're gonna be streaming every time, tell me Kanako, then I can be able to accept them and then they're part of the live stream again.
Yeah.
Okay, Miguel. Thank you so very much. Have a lovely evening further.
All right.
Sharp. All right. Yeah, that's Matapelo, man, from Rustenburg. She's always on our show and Lena Arifaya her opinion. But nobody is hating of anyone. No one hates you because of what you say you are. What you say you are, it's you, it's fine. Keep it like that. It's you, that's how you identify, that's how you want to be called, it's not a problem. But do not bring me or my kids or change my vocabulary, change my language into suiting yours. That's not going to happen. That's not hate, it's just the truth. A woman is a human adult female, as much as a man is a human adult male. In between, there is no one there is no cis women. I hate that word. Cis women. Cis women means you identify with whatever that you are. No one came out identify as a woman. You are a woman. It's like that. I want to cis anything. You understand what I'm saying? They're just doing that word as cis just to separate you, to say you're no longer a pure and a biological woman, you are now a cis woman. That is nonsense. It should stop. Your identity, however you feel in your head, must stay like that. In your head, Efellamo. This is Khosi FM. The show is the Khosi FM live show. I'm signing out. Join us tomorrow. Wait, what are okay? Are you not here tomorrow? What do you or not?
I have a function at work. And it's a lady.
Hi.
Kiri,
All right.
tell me what you run the whole day. Starting from 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. What am I going to do?
Look pretty.
Sit there.
And look pretty.
Go there to the table. Go to the table. I'm being saved. And I'm being for real. I'm being saved. So imagine the whole day I'm gonna get tired. Understand?
Yeah.
So I need to.
All right, gentlemen, ladies, have a very good night. This is all gonna be on. It's like it's on Facebook now. It's gonna be there forever, and podcast that na more Spotify and Anchor FM. Like with the word, with the name, the Khosi is on a live show. We're sending out Ratsama, right? So don't hate anyone. Don't hate yourself as well. But do not call me names. Naki just because I don't support what you say when you are. Identity, like I said, keep it to yourself. Don't bring it to me. And I want to be part of it. The moment you bring it to me, you're making me have an opinion. I'm going to have an opinion. And then if you have an opinion, no, I'm being transphobic. I'm being hateful. Bye-bye. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.